We putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing to something, nothing into something, turning nothing into something.
What up? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to Blunt Thoughts Roundtable Edition, because things are so bad with our New York Mets right now that I don't even want to talk about them. And I sure as hell don't want to talk about them by myself. So I had to bring some friends on to help me out. But before that, let's make something clear right now, right? Because I don't want you guys laughing by yourselves. We're all going to laugh together. So the first thing is, I don't know if there's anything more of a disaster than the New York Mets than myself and glasses. So to the point where I bought some nice glasses, right? And they were broken. I've been wearing glasses maybe 2 years, destroyed. So I said, forget this. I'm not spending $600 on glasses. And I just been buying readers. I got maybe 5 pair of readers here. All destroyed. The last one's today. Well, we're not even going to talk about it. So yes, I have tape on these damn readers because I won't be able to freaking read the screen if I don't put them on. So laugh if you want, but it is what it is. Anyways, to the matter at hand, I just had to get that out of the way. To the matter at hand, the New York Mets. And I got to be honest, I think I owe the fan base an apology because I try to be optimistic, and that's not usually my nature, right? But you try to grow, you try to evolve as a fan, you try to grow as a fan, you try to grow as a human, try to grow as a person. So he said, you know what? We got to be more reasonable. We got to be more patient. And even though we didn't like a lot of how the offseason went, we felt like, okay, we're going to give this front office and we're going to give this team the benefit of the doubt. And man, oh man, I don't know if the most pessimistic fan could have predicted what we've been watching here for the first, 3 weeks of the season? But again, I need help tonight. So with that, let's bring the help. And it's going to be a full house tonight. As we got, Quays, what are you waiting for? Let's go, baby. Bring the people, man. Bring the people. There we go. Hey. Welcome to the round table, baby. Welcome to the round table. I don't know how it looks. Top left-hand corner, we got my guy Anthony up there from the I Hate That podcast. You guys know him. He's a friend, great friend of the show. Does his thing, Tuesday nights with Anthony.
Tuesday nights, yep.
I've been there with him a couple of times. He's been part of the prior roundtable and all that good stuff. So he's here tonight to join us and have some fun. Right next to him, we got my guy David from Top Bunk Sports. Does his thing covering Mets.
What up?
And all New York sports. And I'm pretty sure he wishes he was not covering the Mets right now. But here he is to help us out and have some fun and talk about our New York Mets.
Of course.
And on the bottom there, we have the happiest Met fans of them all, man. The guy that was telling me to be patient about 2 weeks ago, and now he's telling me, Hector, what the hell are you talking about? That must have been another Eddie you was talking about. But my partner, and don't think we ain't bringing it back, Mets Talk Unfiltered will be back. We're talking about it. We just been a little busy. Eddie got some stuff coming up. But my guy, Eddie the Cap Wiz, Eddie Presti, joins us tonight to have some fun as well. What's up, Eddie?
Let's fucking go. Let's get into this shit right away. I'm ready. Fuck this team.
Hey, right? Save it. We're doing hellos. All right.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Fuck the Mets. Fuck Stearns. Fuck Mendoza. And fuck Cohen, okay?
Oh, my God.
That's how I'm starting.
I wanted to welcome
It's Dion. Only April. Stop.
I wanted to welcome Dion for the first time here without going nuts, man. So, Dion, welcome to Blunt Thoughts. Welcome to the round table. We've spoken so many times. If you don't know, Neon is Nemo. He's known on Nemo on X. So used to be known on Nemo on X. He's changed that up. He does work with U-State and all that good stuff. I'll let him tell us about that as we go forward. But welcome to the round table, Dion, and welcome to Blunt Thoughts, baby. How you doing, brother?
I'm all good, man. Thank you for having me on, Heck.
No problem. I know we spoke about it a couple of times behind the scenes. Today I hit Eddie. Well, yesterday I hit Eddie up, and finally Eddie responds to that. Like, hey, man, I was planning on doing something with Dion. You think we could bring him on? I said, bring him on, man. We'll have a party.
That's my guy, Eddie. He plugged it up. Thank you.
Nah, no doubt, no
We're
doubt.
all in this together. We've done,
Of
every one of
course,
us has done like
of course,
fucking
absolutely.
at least 5 shows together, so we're good.
There you go. And if you haven't, by what is it called?
My committee.
Yeah, 6 degrees of separation and all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
connected. We've kind of done shows just by default. But gentlemen, I don't know, where do we start, right? Where do we start besides that? The fact that I think the one thing that we know about this team, is, that we could say confidently is, this is a bad team. This is a bad team right now. And yes, it's April 19th, and it sucks to even say that, to even think that, but that's what they've shown us. And today they showed us that if anything they know how to do is lose a baseball game. And I at least for me, watching this game, I'm thinking the whole time, we're not gonna win this game 1-0. There's no way in hell we're gonna win this game 1-0. But then in the back of my mind, right, trying to be optimistic and thinking, you know what? Maybe this is the way that we need to break out of this slump, is by winning this game 1-0. And you get there to that 9th inning, and of course, we don't have the Edwin Diaz experience, but we're now looking like we're going to start having the Devin Williams experience, as he couldn't get the job done.
Yeah.
And listen, when Gary Cohen said Michael Conforto, you know what I was expecting. I was expecting the walk-off home run.
Of course. I was too.
That's what I was expecting. But instead, he just gets the regular hit. And, and maybe it made a difference, maybe it didn't. For all the people that, a few games ago wanted to kill Mendoza because he didn't take Brett Beatty out of the game for defensive purposes and put Tyrone Taylor in. Well, what does Tyrone Taylor do? He misplaced the ball when he was put in the game for defensive purposes. He goes ahead and misplaces the ball in right field anyways. Didn't make a difference. I don't know. He still had a chance in the 10th inning, but this offense is non-existent, man. This offense
Terrible Vientos at bat in the 10th inning. Terrible.
I'll also say, in regards to the that ball that Taylor wasn't able to get to, it did take a weird bounce. Like,
Yeah.
That's Wrigley Field, though. Isn't that to be expected?
That's where you could, that's a valid argument. I'll give you that one, because you should expect weird hops and bounces and stuff like that when you are playing in the outfield of Wrigley. That's to be expected.
But let me ask you guys, and we'll go around. And welcome to everybody that's come in to watch and already in the chat. We'll try to get to the comments. Quakes, do your best. Any questions or any comments that are relevant to start them, bring them up. But holy cow, it's a lot of them, and I'm pretty sure the vibe is not good. But again, we'll try to get to you guys. But let me ask you guys, talk about vibes. Just overall, coming into this season, and now what we've played out, like where I know we're frustrated. But where are we? Where are we as fans, as content creators, whatever you want to call yourself? But number one, we're fans. Where are you? Where are you, Anthony? How are you feeling right now from what we've seen and with however you came into the season, whatever your expectations were? Is this right in line with what you expected? Are you surprised that? I don't know.
This team sucks. This team fucking sucks. Answer this. How many other teams in the major leagues this year are going to lose 11 games in a row?
Probably like 1 or 2.
Maybe. These fuckers already did it.
And they probably won't make the playoffs. Those 1 or 2, right? At least we wouldn't expect them to make the playoffs.
No, like they've dug themselves. Didn't these guys, the Braves, start 0-7 last year and they fucking sucked the rest of the year? They
never recovered from that.
Right?
Never.
This team don't have the balls to recover.
No.
So they ain't coming back. Of course, I'll sit there and watch and fucking cheer and cry, all that shit. But in my heart, I know they ain't got the balls to come back. They'll just hold serve maybe the rest of the season. That's it. They ain't winning 10 or 11 in a row, right? Pitching ain't good enough to do that. So
I think it's the offense. I think it's the offense more than even the pitching. To me, we're averaging under 2 runs a game in these 11 games. Under 2 runs.
No.
That is a fucking joke.
Senga sucks.
And we decided
Peterson sucks.
to get rid of the fucking one of the best power hitters in the game, one of the best on base players in the game, and Nimmo and Alonso, and we traded him for fucking who? A guy in Polanco who's hurt, and then who's the other guy we replace him with? Simeon, who actually got a hit with runners in scoring position, but he didn't get the run in. He got the first base on an infield single. That's the replacement. Great job by David Stearns. Horrible fucking job, by the way.
I'm gonna have to agree with Eddie here because I do believe the pitching has been more than good enough where even if the offense was slightly above league average, they would have a ton more wins than they do right now. I totally believe that. Listen, Senga and Peterson, there's absolutely no excuse. David Peterson was an all-star last year. We forget that. He pitched so well in the first half of the year, and ever since then, the fall from grace has been astounding. I'm not sure what the idea is moving forward with Peterson. I like what we did today, having him come out of the bullpen. He pitched very well. It's really unfortunate Williams did what he did, but
Why did he take him out though?
So
Why
that's
did he
what
take him out?
I was going to raise the question because he was really, he was pitching very well, and everyone did their job. The bullpen did their job today. It just, these games are 1-run, 2-run games, 3 runs at max, even 4 runs, guys. 4 runs is not a lot. Like if you look at the rest of these teams in Major League Baseball, you see 4 to 5 run comebacks very often. If you have a lineup that's capable, overcoming a total, the total amount of runs of 5 to 6 should not be that difficult. It really shouldn't. It's
when we go down 2 runs, to me the game's over. That's how bad this offense is.
Dude, when they go up 1 run, I know the game is over because that's going to be the 1 run they have for the entirety of the game. And the remainder of the game is strictly just going to be the other team trying to score. They tie the game. And as soon as they tie the game, you know it's done. The dream of winning is over. They roll over and they die every single time. And it's depressing, honestly. It really is because they have no fight, no heart. And this goes to Mendoza because I can't believe I'm saying this, but you got to motivate these guys. As insane as that is to say, these guys are millionaires. They make over $300 million, some of these players. The fact that we have to motivate major league players to begin with is a huge problem. They should not need motivation whatsoever. Their contract and the money that they're making should be the motivation. So Mendoza needs to do something about that. And this is where it all comes in because you would think that the Mets and Mendoza would have had something figured out to get these guys going by now. And it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And they're losing in the same way every single game. It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it comes to a situation where, I think Dion said it the best. I really can't put it on the pitching and as much as I hear what you're saying because they've kept this team in positions to win. The problem is they're treating everybody on this pitching staff, with the exception of Kodai Senga, like they're a bunch of 4 Jacob deGroms in that rotation. And that's the problem. Your pitching and your bullpen is doing exactly what they're doing on a game-to-game basis, but your offense is dead. And, as much as everybody wants to put it, the guys like a Marcus Semien or a Francisco Lindor because he's been here the longest, I also need to hold Bo Bichette accountable. This is a guy that's a veteran in this game. He's been to the World Series. He hit a Game 7 World Series 3-run homer or a grand slam. I forgot which one it was in the very moment. But again, this guy, talk about
against Ohtani.
Exactly. Talk about pressure. He knows what pressure is all about. And right now, he's not living up to that contract, whether people want him to opt in or opt out or whatever. At the end of the day, that's $42 million that we're paying these guys, that we're paying him specifically. So let's
47 because
but at the end of the day,
if
like
he
I
opts
said,
out, he gets that $5 million.
At the end of the day, his name needs to be brought up just as everybody else. But every single person in that lineup needs to be held accountable, especially the main guys that are playing every day. Because,
how about?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You know what I've been mostly what I've been thinking about recently, because you guys are right. The pitching has been the problem right now. But
I think it's the offense, but that's me.
I mean, I'm sorry, the offense, right? And it was a little bit different last season because it's almost the same script, which is what adds a little bit to the frustration. Not a little bit, a lot to the frustration, right? Is that it feels like a carryover from last season. And
I agree because we can't hit with runners in scoring position. That was the whole point of the offseason is to
Right.
get these fucking guys that can hit with runners in scoring position. I think we're worse than we were last
I was
year.
gonna say what I'm afraid of now,
And I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, you good. What I've been thinking about lately is because of the things that are going on, and because we're frustrated, and because we expect the worst as Met fans, is okay. Last year, the only difference was because it's almost the same script. We were finding ways to win the games, and some people were skeptical, like we're not gonna be able to keep this up. Griffin Canning, can he sustain this, so on and so forth. Well, we know what happened. Canning gets hurt, Peterson turns to shit. Holmes struggles a little bit, so on and so forth. So what I'm saying is, I am now expecting for the pitching to start to falter, right? And first yesterday with Brooks Raley, and the most inopportune time comes in, first pitch home run. Today, Devin Williams. And I don't care that he hasn't pitched. I don't give a damn. There's a certain time where I don't need you to screw up. I need you to step up, not step down. And that was today, and that was yesterday, Brooks Raley. That was today, Devin Williams, and they both stepped the hell down.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I was thinking that I think Dion brought it up, I forget who brought it up. I was wondering myself, fuck, David Peterson this is one thing that bothers me about Mendoza forever. David Peterson is a starter. Go with this guy as long as you can.
Why take him out? 100%. Why take him out?
Whenever this dude has a lead, Mendy, you my guy, Mendy. Doesn't mean that I'm going to excuse everything. But whenever he has a lead, he runs through all his high leverage guys as quick as possible. Bang, 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 bang. Now we're in the 10th inning, and Craig Kimbrell got to close the game. Or Craig Kimbrell has to come in the game to try to save it for us. Because you got nobody left. And God forbid we go past that.
To be fair.
And then if there was a game tomorrow, and I'll let you go right now, Eddie, then they'll all be unavailable.
And you're 100% right. But look, we are so bad right now that we are expecting the Mets to play perfect with a one-run lead. That is nothing.
Margin for error. There's no margin for error.
There's
Very
no
little
margin. And it's not like we have prime DeGrom anymore. Okay? It's not like we have prime Diaz anymore, where Diaz will come out and give you 2 innings and be unhittable. We don't have that anymore. We are not as good as we were at that back end of the bullpen. So I understand why Mendoza went to his prime guys, because that's the best he has. But if you don't score and give these guys help, they're going to fucking lose 1-0 or 2. Excuse me. They're going to lose 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, whatever. You can't expect every guy to be perfect. And that's why, to me, everybody wants to get on Mendoza. This starts with and ends with David Stearns. He brought these guys in here, and they have been failures. Failures with a capital fucking F.
Let me ask you guys a question. What did you think about how they handled the whole Tobias Myers opening, or whatever the hell they want to call it, was today, right?
I think he could have gone a little bit.
And making his announcement at 10 o'clock last night.
Well, it was stupid.
At 2 p.m. last night. Like, really?
It was stupid for number one, because, for a guy to find out at 10 o'clock and everybody else finding out at 10 o'clock that he's going to start, it makes no sense. But, if you're going to have him start, and he has obviously started his career, you put him out there. Let him go more than 3 innings. Just let him get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And then if you know that David Peterson is going to come in, if David Peterson's coming in, there's no reason I see Barazovon in this game. I'm going to be honest with you. He's been one of your best relievers, and you've already used half your bullpen. There's no reason for me to see Huascar Barazovon in this game. There's no reason.
That's a great point.
If you're going to use a guy that can give you multiple innings in the pen, David Peterson should have at least gone 3 or 4 innings after Tobias Myers came in. If you were going to use him at least 4 to 5, 6, 7, and 8 should have gone to David Peterson.
I think even we're being we're being slightly generous because Tobias Myers probably could have gone more than 2 innings as well. I get
Oh,
that.
I agree.
I was just gonna say that.
You
He,
know,
he pitches more innings out of the fucking bullpen than he did when he fucking started. That makes no sense to me.
And I guess that's the issue here is that maybe he really was taxed because he's been pitching so much out of the bullpen that they felt they couldn't let him go more than 2 innings as a starter. But if you're going to start him or at least use him as an opener, you're expecting more than 2. Whoa, cat is sorry, guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's my pet cat. She's bugging out right
Some puss.
Oh,
now.
Damn, heck, I didn't know you ran that kind of show, man.
oh,
Damn.
my God.
Like, dude, that's the main issue. Like
Neither did I.
like Eddie said, this team has to be damn near perfect to get a simple win. And why are you trying to win these games by 1 or 2 runs? You can't do that. It's not sustainable. I don't care how good of a rotation you have. You're not going to be putting up zeros through your through 3 turns of your rotation being consistent. Like the Mets pitching right now has been more than good enough where, like I said before, a damn near league average offensive effort would have them closer to 500.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe even slightly above 500. Now they're digging themselves in a grave for the division. I don't want to, cancel the season, and all that stuff, but we're getting there. This cannot continue, right? Like if we start getting to 15, 16, you could chalk it up the entire year. That's going to be a huge issue. I don't know how you bounce back from a losing streak that long. It is damn near impossible. I think the last team to lose 11 games in a row and continue to make the postseason and then actually win the World Series was like the 1953 Yankees or Giants or what, the New York Giants that played in the Polo Grounds, those Giants.
Yeah.
So this is not something that you could overcome very often. It's very rare. We saw it in 2025 with the Guardians. They lost 10 in a row or 11 in a row, and they somehow managed their way to the playoffs, but that division was dog shit. This division, our division, is not. There's competitive teams, and I worry even more for the games against Atlanta and Philadelphia because those games could really bury us, like very much so bury the division hopes, bury the season hopes, bury even a wild card hope, and that's embarrassing because we almost made the playoffs last year. I mean, we lost out on the last day of the season getting shut out by the Miami Marlins. Like we forget about that. The offense was horrible last year as well with some of the guys that a lot of fans are clamoring we should have re-signed. So
Can I
tell me?
ask all you guys a question? Right now, right this second. Gun to your head.
Uh-oh.
Are they going to make the playoffs, yes or no? Right now, I am absolutely no. Just
This is
yeah,
crazy.
simple yes or no.
Yes, and I know how batshit insane that sounds. I think, there's no way they keep playing this freaking bad. I think it's an anomaly, guys. This offense cannot continue to just put up 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs is like glorious. It's like the Mets scored 3 runs. It's like hang up the banner because our offense has been that bad. I think Soto has had a truly him being out of the lineup has had a horrific outcome for everyone else. Like, everyone's pressing, but that's on the manager to get these guys in check. So,
what was that coach's name? I'm sorry. What was the coach's name? The football coach's name? Playoffs?
Playoffs? Yeah, Jim
Mora.
Jim something.
Jim Mora. That's Lisa, Jim Mora voice right there.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
guys,
So
I
the
refuse
playoffs
to
was
believe-
Iverson. Iverson was the playoff. No,
Iverson
Iverson was
was
practice.
Practice.
Practice. Yeah.
Remember Jim Mora when they asked him about
Yes.
you guys
yes.
can make the playoffs? He said, playoffs?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
We
Playoffs?
can't even win a fucking game. Playoffs.
Game. That's what we
They're not
are
making
right
shit. They ain't making
now. We
shit.
are right now.
I can't
but
even
real
believe
So
quick,
are you so Nemo says yes. Dave and heck, where are you at?
I say no. They ain't making shit. Hell no.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking that. I don't. I refuse to believe they're going to be this freaking bad the rest of the year.
that's where
Leon,
I'm
can I
at.
ask you a question, D?
Tell
that's
me.
where-
Ask me.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
You stupid. You stupid.
I'm young and dumb, and I have hope, bro. That's
Oh my gosh.
what-
man,
I
you
got you
had a good point.
almost by 40 years, man. 40 years more of pain.
You know what concerns me about it though, and because I want to be right there with Dion, right? And and it's too early. But right now, I can't tell you that I believe that they're
Mhm.
going to make the playoffs. They haven't shown me anything to believe that, right?
That's the thing. They haven't shown us literally nothing for us to make that assumption. I'm just, you know,
And on
hot
top of that, right, guys, let's be honest. Not because we want to harp on the guys that and the players that are no longer here, but this, what's going? Maybe this is it. Maybe what's happening now, but something needs to happen to bring this team together, right? What? Maybe besides pride, and if they really want to win, just as prideful athletes, and that's what I play for. But these guys aren't Mets. There's a group of mercenaries that we put together right now.
You know, we don't even know what this team looks like. There's no chemistry. There's no cohesion. There's nothing.
Identity,
This
there's
needs a
nothing.
gimmick very badly. We need a grimace or something like right about now, like in the next couple of games.
We need a
And
grimace.
you know what the crazy
We
part
need
is?
a gimmick. I was
That
going to
ain't
say.
coming. That
And
ain't
people
coming.
been trying to create a gimmick with this. I don't know about wrestling. I don't know about WWE.
Neither.
Tom,
Who the
maybe you
hell
can
is
clue
that
us in
guy?
with this
Scary.
fucking dude that is cursed. I'm taking the curse. Like, what the hell is this garbage?
Yeah.
He's a wrestler that he basically tries to wipe all the curse. Like he takes away and puts curses on the bad people. He takes curses away from the good people. So they're basically saying they need to have him take the curse away from the Mets. But it's like we're playing so bad. We're technically the bad people because we suck.
There's no.
There's no.
Do you
No
guys
one is
think that the
saving
Mets are cursed?
I'm starting to believe that. I swear to God. The older I get and the more this shit goes on,
That's,
it's I feel like I'm watching the Jets. Like,
you know why?
think
I've
about
always
how many
had the
different
idea.
people we've brought in over the last 10 years, and nothing's worked.
Dude, guys, I've always hated the idea of being cursed. Shout out to all my personal friends that I see in the chat. Shout out to you, Erwin, all these fucking trolls, Felix. I see you guys. All Yankee fans. Crazy, what the hell are you doing? I can't see that shit. Did you create one or is that the one? Oh, good one.
That is a good one.
Unless everybody's as blind as I am. On the screen there is an opportunity to get involved. So we ask you, the fans, everybody in the chat, are the Mets cursed? We'll have it up here for a little while until our producer, shout out to our producer Crazy, who just thought about this, and until he feels like ending it sometime before the show. And we'll see how it goes. But I've always dismissed the idea of the Mets being cursed. It's the jerseys, it's the colors. The Mets and the Knicks got to change the colors. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. Lately, I'm like, are we cursed? Like, really? Or did we really just overrate? Did we overrate Bo Bichette? You guys have brought him up a couple of times. Let me ask you that. I'm actually, go ahead. You were gonna say something, and then we'll. But
Hector, you know what? The only reason I do think that they are somewhat cursed is because Steve Cohen has done damn near everything he possibly can to try and put together a good product on the field. You could try and tell me otherwise. The amount of money that this guy has spent into not only the farm system, our training grounds, our system in the Dominican Republic. Like, if you guys just saw, they built a completely new area over there for our prospects to train in the DR. They have put so much time, money, and effort into making this a first-class organization in every other aspect besides the team on the field. And that goes back to one man, the person that is putting this team together.
David Stearns. David Stearns.
Man from Milwaukee, yes.
Because, and let's be honest, we had to change the whole team up. God forbid Pete Alonso came back. God forbid Brandon Nimmo came back and was the DH at $20 million, which is nothing, by the way, making less than Jorge Polanco.
Yeah.
But God forbid they came back because they were just so bad. Because, run prevention, right? It was all about run prevention. What is so great about this team defensively? I'm sorry, because I don't see it. And we were supposed to be better offensively. The bottom line was scoring with runners in scoring position. Where the fuck is that? It's nowhere. So that's why if I was Cohen right this second, I would call up David Stearns and say, you're fired. You're out. You are out. That's it. This has gone on for how long? What's the record since last June? Like 42-69 or 42-70? That's fucking disgusting. I'm being serious.
For the amount
terrible, and you're making $10 million a year. $10 million.
For the amount of money that we're spending on this roster, the output that we get from it is disgraceful. The Oakland Athletics are spending a quarter of our payroll, and I take their lineup over ours 10 times out of 10.
Yes.
Really. And that's a disgrace. There's no reason that should be the case. The Oakland Athletics lost how many games? Like 2 to 3 years ago, 100 and something.
David Stearns wanted to get rid of white privilege in the clubhouse. That's what it was.
I mean, that's the other. I don't really put that.
I mean, who cares about McNeil? But Nimmo and Alonso, what did they do? What did they do wrong?
You know what the issue is? Because Nimmo really was horrible in left field. But
yes, fine, we know that. And he could have been the DH.
But everything else, right? Like, you preached and told us run prevention was going to be the main thing that turned this roster and team around. And instead, we have guys playing out of position. We have Brett Beatty, who grew up in our system as a primary third baseman, playing every other position besides third base because he sucks at third base. I mean, the list of defensive miscues from this season is a lengthy one. I mean, from Benj not catching the ball in right field and whatever that game was, that really got the ball rolling. From Lindor, which is so uncharacteristic of him in the start of the season, not being able to go and cover the bag, or going too back on the ball in the field and being on the edge of the grass and the dirt and not being able to range and make the throw to first. There's so many of these little stupid things. It just makes me believe that this shit has to be in their heads, and they need someone in that locker room to tell them to wake the F up. It just seems like everyone is sleepwalking 24/7. They're waiting for someone to get the big hit on the offensive side of the ball, and defensively, they're making mistake after mistake. Today, it was a passed ball that cost us, right? And the Cubs get the run to the third, and they knock him in with the sac fly, and that's it. Game over. That's very simple baseball. Unfortunately, the Mets can't even do stuff like that when they're up to bat. They can't even move the runner over. They can't even get lucky with the pass ball or steal a bag. Stealing bases and base running was a large part of how we scored a lot of runs last season. Antoine Richardson got Juan Soto basically a 40-40 season.
38 bases.
Has gone completely out of the window, and David Stearns is the one who got rid of this entire coaching staff. I know Richardson left on his own, but it doesn't matter. I mean, there's so many things that you could point at and criticize Stearns for his decision-making, from the roster to even the coaches.
Hector, when you and Top and are you as mad at Stearns as I am, or is it just like me? Like honest question.
I am.
Guys, I'm more of a. Before you guys go,
Let him go.
I'm firstly always players first. Always, I blame the players first.
Yes, I agree with that.
Good.
I'm a player first guy. Always.
I agree with that. I always go towards the players first, but at the same time,
who brought the players?
David Stearns sat there and told us what was here couldn't continue. It wasn't good enough, and that wasn't just a couple of pieces. That was an entire coaching staff, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe one or two guys left from their own, like John Gibbons, because he saw the writing on the wall. Said, "I'm out of here. I'll go back to retirement," and then he ends up back in Toronto or wherever the hell he is right now. I think, right? Is he?
I think he went back to Toronto.
He's bench coaching somewhere, right?
Somewhere.
We talked about already the players that he got rid of, but he told us that everything here wasn't good enough. Junior keeps texting me and is it wasn't good enough. Like, okay, it wasn't good enough. Well, this better be, and this is worse right now. This is worse right now.
Horrible.
Stop talking to me about 2024 and what should have been done then. It wasn't done. Don't talk to me about when Cohen first bought the team, whether he should have tore it up and built it from the bottom then. It wasn't done. This is what they've done. And right here, right now, he told me, we're still trying to compete. We're still trying to win. But those guys aren't good enough. And these guys that I'm bringing here are good enough. Well, where is that? Did he and us overrate Bo Bichette? Because we thought, hey, we're getting this guy, running his scoring position, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I'm going to look the numbers up in a second, but they're not good.
He posted
Bichette's Hector?
Yeah.
Hitting 217, 255 on base percentage. He's the team's hit leader with 20. 3
Right.
doubles,
All that bullshit. Because those look
1
okay.
home run. That's
What
it.
about the runners in scoring position? Today,
Uh,
he third. What did he do?
You guys got
Lindor.
somebody else got to get that. I don't have that in front of me.
No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it in a second. But listen, I don't care. All you heard in the offseason was how much war
Mm-hmm.
we were gaining.
Yep.
With these new players over the guys we were letting go.
It's 220. He's batting 217 with 20 hits, a homer, 9 RBIs in 22 games this year.
No, but what's the runners in scoring position? Because that was Hector's point.
wait.
Like,
Bob
it's
Shell
the whole
with-
point of this shit.
Yeah,
I
why
was
is
say
that
those
not-
sound too good for run. That sounds too good.
Oh,
that sounds too good.
Matter of fact, I think SNY posted it.
Those are
Him,
natural stats.
Him, Lindor. No. Matter of fact, we're gonna give him credit. Let me look for, so I don't even have to do the research. Max Goodman, right? NJ, whatever the hell he writes for, who cares? But we'll just mention his name. That's good enough. Here we go. I saw a post of his today. He had it.
There's no way it's good, regardless. Like it's
No, it's like 1 and change, bro. It's terrible.
which is the entire point of bringing him and Polanco in here. When you look at our
Here it goes. Here it goes.
What is it?
Crazy. You think we could bring this up? Want to try it? Let me see. I don't know. We'll see if it works. If not, but I want to make sure I give him the proper credit.
But these guys are.
Here it goes. There it is, Quaze. Try it. Oh, this fucking guy's ahead of me.
There we go.
Is that my screen? No, that's not my screen though.
I don't know whose screen this is. I can't see a thing.
I don't know who that is. This is mine. That's his. I don't know what the hell you had up there. But here it is. Let me maximize
Even
this
worse
again.
than I could have thought. Holy shit!
With runners in scoring position so far this season, Carson Bench 0 for 18.
Wow.
Bo Bichette 4 for 23, 174 batting average, 6 RBI. Francisco Lindor 1 for 11, 091, 1 RBI.
And these guys are batting 1, 2, 3 for us for like the past 3 games.
Yep. Yo,
I mean, is this the
Ben's got a
Soto
long
effect?
Swing.
Like,
Soto has made them lose 11 games in a row. I get that not having Soto would obviously make the lineup a tad bit worse, but for all 11 of these damn games, Juan Soto is having that big of an effect. There's no
but
way.
that's when it started, right? That's when it all started.
I know. It did literally all start as soon as he went down. with the
Started
injury.
April 7th.
I mean, it's crazy because that series against the San Francisco Giants in San Francisco, it looked like the team that was performing was the team that we thought we were going to be getting in the offseason. Even the opening day series against the Pirates, the grinding of at-bats, the working hard against really good pitchers, fouling everything off, keeping your swings in the zone, just very simple, rudimentary baseball stuff that they were doing so well gets thrown completely out of the window when Juan Soto is gone. That can't be. One player is having that much of an effect on the rest of the lineup. How is that possible? I think what it really boils down to is that outside of Soto, this team is missing a power guy. And we know who the power guy is, but they needed one more dude in the lineup that can carry your offense for stretches of time. When
That shitty first baseman we let go? You mean the guy that can't play first base? That guy?
They
guy that got replaced by a bunch of guys that can't play first base at all?
That aren't even first baseman to begin with. It's ridiculous. I mean, they needed one more guy in the lineup that could produce with nothing going on. Pete Alonso was always very good at just putting the ball over the wall. He usually does it 40 times a year. I mean, this is what the Mets team needed. I think they had to keep Alonso, and it's biting them in the freaking ass right now because you're not getting.
It's more Nimmo than it is Alonso because Alonso isn't doing as good as Nimmo is. Let's be honest.
True. I mean, they could have kept Nimmo and had him in the DH spot. I just think, man, like they needed the power option there. There needed to be someone else that could carry this offense through stretches of time when the team is struggling and Soto's down or Soto is hurt, because Lindor is clearly not that guy, especially in April. We know that Lindor can, and he has shown us for periods of time he could also carry a team, but he's not doing it right now. And last year in the beginning of the year, it was Pete Alonso who offensively was putting this team to work. He was a huge part of why they had success in the first half. He was also a big part of why they fell off in the second half. One silly throw to Kodai Senga basically derailed the entire season. So, that's the flip side of it.
But you could have kept one of them and had them at DH. Let's be perfectly honest.
I totally agree, Eddie. They needed to keep one of them. There was no excuse not to. And that Semien for Nimmo trade is fucking god awful right now. It truly is.
They should have got Seager. They should have got Seager if you're going to spend that money.
Find a good defensive second baseman to play second. That would have been better than Jeff McNeil very easily. They did not need to trade Brandon Nimmo, who is aging and has the bigger contract, to bring in Semien, who also has a decently big contract, who eventually you're going to need to cut if he keeps continuing to play this shitty. So I don't know what the point of that trade really was. I would have much rather taken my chance with Nimmo being the DH at least, and they've completely botched this.
Because of how Nimmo's going to age in year 4 or 5 left of that contract. That was the point of that trade.
Yeah.
And because we had to give Carson Bench a chance.
Let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys worried about Carson Bench? Because
yes.
I definitely
Starting to.
Top
Starting
no?
to.
100%.
Let me hear it.
And not so much worried, but thinking, okay, maybe do we need to send this kid down? But who are we gonna bring up here?
No,
I mean, at the same time, listen.
And that's
what
my
about Jay Melendez? And
That's my point.
He's our best guy right now. And how about MJ Melendez being the only one showing any emotion today after the game and actually staying there in the top step of the dugout with his head
it's so
over
bad.
the
The guy
railing,
got called up from AAA 4 days ago, and he's our best qualified hitter. That should not be.
And he looked more hurt than anybody.
Yeah, man. Boricuas be crying for anything, man. They're emotional, man. They be crying and shit.
Unbelievable. But let me ask you guys, because yes, we could have used another power bat and we could have brought Pete back and blah, 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 blah. And yes, I agree with Dion that I don't want to hear that because Juan Soto's out, we're on an 11-game losing streak. Shit, we won the first 3 games when he first was out.
Yes.
Right? So what happened? All of a sudden, then Lindor, yes, you want to tell me, but why, Lindor? Why? You put too much pressure on yourself to try to be that hero that I asked you not to be?
Yeah.
Why do you stop
Man's
having
on a
good
pace
at-bats?
for 8 RBIs.
He was having good at-bats, right? We changed the hitting coaches. I think 90% of this fan base was done with our hitting coaches and our hitting philosophy from that.
Every one of us was.
We've changed all of that, right?
But clearly we haven't, because it's the same actor.
Well, exactly. Yeah, we're still seeing the same thing.
It's the same thing. So which makes me believe it's not the coaches. This has nothing to do with the coaches.
But this is a brand new team.
We also brought in different. This is. I'm glad I'm asking this question and you're answering the way that you are, because this is where I said, you know what? Maybe we are cursed.
Yeah.
Maybe we are cursed. We brought in new hitting coaches. They've talked about the new philosophy that they're using, right? And I liked it when I saw the interviews with Jeff Arbor in the beginning of the season, with Troy Snick. I liked what they were saying, right? We brought in these new players with this good reputation, and nothing is showing out to be good right now. The players' reputation is not showing right now because they all stink. They're not getting the job done. Well, Polanco can't even get on the field. And the philosophy is not showing out. So this is what I thought. Either we're cursed or maybe, what's the saying? It's hard to break old habits. So maybe when the pressure gets tight, when the moment gets big, these guys fall back on old habits and they're losing everything. So maybe it's going to take some – hold on, Eddie. Maybe it's going to take some time for the new philosophy, to really show out. I don't know. Because if it's not that, then what else is it? You understand what I'm saying? What else is it?
It's a brand new team.
That's my point. But it's still. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I am listening. But that's like the whole point of this. Well, you bring in all these guys, and it's the same fucking result. And you're right. I swear to God, I think this team is starting to be cursed. I mean, look at it over the last 10 years, what we've been doing. How many different guys have come through the door? How many people have been a manager? How many guys have been in the front office? And it's the same fucking result.
And they're trying to win, man. That wasn't the case with the Wilpons. Cohen is
No, they are trying, and they're spending.
And they're spending more than we ever could have imagined, and they're just doing it wrong, I guess, or they're allocating the money in the wrong players.
It's a conversation that Cohen needs to have with Stearns. You know, the notion with Stearns in the beginning was, you need to get yourself a competent GM because you don't know what you're doing. You need to get yourself help. He does that, and this guy is basically it's like an up and down with him. It's like a hit or miss with him. He starts off good, getting players that kind of make sense, but then he goes off and starts getting veterans that you really don't need, and it's kind of like it's up and down. It's up and down with him. So if this falls off the rails completely to where we don't make the playoffs, David Stearns needs to have a conversation. I mean, Steve Cohen needs to have a conversation with David Stearns. Listen,
did we overrate David Stearns?
Say it again.
Did we overrate David Stearns? I mean, not me, because I never really wanted the guy.
I
Overvalue
agree.
him?
Neither did
Like,
I.
Did we overrate David Stearns?
100%. This fan base 100% overrated
We were
David
told
Stearns.
this guy was going to be the Harvard wonder kid who was going to come here. He's a fan of the Mets, and he's going to save us and bring us to glory. And thus far, it has been the exact opposite.
A lot of them did, because there were people, Hector, that we know personally on this app that's probably watching that said, oh, we can't judge David Stearns because he hasn't been here and he hasn't had a full season, when technically that's not true. I can judge him. You want to know why? Because yes, he's been one of the main reasons why the Milwaukee Brewers got to the playoffs. They have no goal to show for it. They don't. If you're somebody, for example, I don't like to bring them up, but I'll put the Yankee fans, for example, this generation of Yankee fans. This generation of Yankee fans make me sick because George Steinbrenner is rolling in his grave with this notion that if we make the playoffs, it's okay.
Good enough. Yeah.
It's okay. No, it's a failure for a guy like George Steinbrenner. If we don't make the World Series, it's a failure. I don't care if we make the playoffs. I want to win chips. So we want to win a chip. So if we're bringing in a guy that's like, yeah, he's been to the playoffs and he's gotten a small market team to the playoffs every year, that's cool. He has no ring to show for it. So I have to judge him until he knocks that phase down in his career. So everybody that was like, oh, we gotta give him a chance. We gave him a chance, but you can still judge him from his past.
How about the fact that the Brewers just are amazing? They're like they've been one of
All right, but forget the
They
Brewers.
play in a shitty division.
Exactly, Ant. Exactly, Ant. They have the Cubs. That's it.
Since
Play in a
Stearns
shitty
left.
division.
Cubs are their only threat. That's it. The Cubs.
I mean, okay,
That's
But, I
fair.
mean,
That's fair.
since
But
Stearns has left, they've been good guys. Like
they still been
find
good
ways
without
to
him.
focus
It's not like they
properly.
got bad when he left, right? He
Right,
left.
but they're a small market team, and this guy is building a big market product, and he's never proved he could do it.
Okay. But 1 second, he left, right? Craig Counsell left, and everybody thought, "Oh my gosh, the Brewers. That's it. What are they gonna do now?" And they've continued. You want to tell me it's because they're in a weak division?
Never won a chip though.
But they're still in it every single year with.
Doesn't matter. They never won.
I mean, listen, guys, that's just ring culture,
Yeah.
though. I mean,
But that isn't that the whole bottom line?
I laugh
It
about
is
that
the
because
bottom
I say this all the time when people talk to me about sustained success. Oh, Hector, I don't just want one ring. I want sustained success. Some people, like Top just a little while ago on X, this app, and shout out, pause. We'll take a brief break right here to shout out the people in the chat. That's why I put the scroll there that my producer took down. Shout out everybody in the chat. You know why? Because we're small time. I'm the biggest small time, and I've said it before. I'm the most bootleg content creator you're gonna find, but I am gonna be one of the realest content creators you're gonna find, right? But right now, there's a stream on X by a very popular WFAN host, and we are right there. We're not, he still got more than us, but we're right there with him combined. So shout out to you guys. We appreciate everybody that's choosing us over them. And then personally, myself and Eddie are outdrawing that person's producer who's also streaming the show, and that I get a kick out of. Hell fucking yeah. So shout out to you, everybody in the chat. But guess what? What I always say, don't come by yourself.
Retweet.
Bring somebody now.
You crack me up, bro. That's great.
Retweet.
And let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going. What the hell were we? Now for talking shit, I lost my train of thought.
We were going in on the Brewers, and like Ant brought up the best thing. They're playing a shit division, which I totally agree with him on.
Right.
And listen, I mean, what else is there to talk about? Like David Stearns, to me, is the reason why we're here. Everybody talks shit about Billy Epler. Billy Epler had a clean slate, right? He had that 2022 offseason, and let's be honest, he did better in that one offseason than Stearns did in 3 seasons here. I'm sorry.
That's a good
I think Billy Epler did better The only thing Billy Epler blew was the trading deadline in 2022 and not getting JD Martinez.
23.
That's the only thing he blew. He drafted well. That's my take. Listen, you could fucking say I'm crazy. I don't give a shit.
No, I think that's a good take. I genuinely do agree with that, because the turnaround from the team that we had the year before they won 101 games and, you know, eventually lost to the Brewers, lost to the division, lost to the Padres in the wild card. He turned that roster around drastically. Of course, he spent a shit ton of money to do so, but it's not like Stearns isn't spending a shit ton of money to put this product on the field. So, I mean, all things equal, yeah, that offseason as of right now for sure was better. I mean, that team won 100 games, guys. The Mets don't run into 100 wins that often, and they did. You could shit on them for what happened in the postseason. They deserved it. The ending of that year was traumatizing, to say the least. You know, it really makes you question why you even root for this team and stuff that we saw during that year. It was brutal. Like, you know, if you watched every game of that season, you're still a Mets fan, and you're still watching these games, I mean, you're a real one, because I know plenty of people that just simply wouldn't stand for some of the shit that we've seen over the past 5 years. Baseball is it's a heartbreaking sport sometimes, because you want to get so attached to the team that you love, and when they give you nothing consistently, it is so fucking disappointing. And this year is even more disappointing because of the expectations that we put on this team before the season started. And I give a lot of shit to the media and even myself, because I was one of these dudes peddling the narrative around that this lineup is going to be contact-oriented. I'm going to appreciate and love watching this lineup 10 times more than the lineup we did last year. And I thought that through 3 games, they looked like one of the best contact-oriented lineups we have seen a Mets team have in a really long time. And it's been freaking nowhere to be found throughout this entire losing streak. There's no consistency in the at-bats. They're swinging at everything outside of the zone. You know, how many times have you guys seen a 1-2-3 strikeout? It is literally 3 pitches down the dick, the middle of the zone, and these guys are just standing
even worse than that to me. Sometimes it is the first pitch swinging, boom, you know, pop up, ground out.
Like, they did first pitch swinging on 3 at bats in a row. It was literally 3
days
in the 9th inning, 4 pitches.
Oh my god, 3.
And who was that? And who was that? What you
I
said?
can't remember who it was against, but it was 4 pitches in the 9th inning.
Yes.
It was because one guy got a hit, right?
Yes.
But then we had 3 guys come up back to back. I think it was Beatty
started.
Lindor.
Was this the Dodgers series?
I think so.
No, it was at home.
No.
At home.
No. I think it was.
Was it Oakland? Oakland,
No.
Sacramento, Las Vegas, whatever the fuck
it was
they are.
this week. It was this week.
Yeah, I thought it was the Dodgers.
I think
like
it
the
was
first
a Dodgers
game.
series. It was like
they did it at
Thursday.
home too, for sure.
Anyway, though, the point being is that that should not be the case. Where did this identity and philosophy that David Stearns has instilled into
That's
this
what I'm
entire,
saying.
where did
Maybe
that go?
it's going to take a little bit of time for the new philosophy to take hold. Is what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's going to take a little bit of time.
Said in late, early, heck.
It is.
It
It
is, man.
Let's see what Top and Ann have to say about this. They haven't spoke.
How about this? You said identity. They bullshitted about they wanted to be the Dodgers. We're going to be the Dodgers East. We're going to do this. Bullshit. Then all of a sudden they wanted to be the Toronto Blue Jays. So they went and got all these guys that barely strike out. They make contact, run into the scorpion. When are they going to fucking forge their own identity? When is everybody else going to be like, yo, we want to be like the Mets? Huh?
We were supposed to be the Dodgers of the East.
Dodgers of the East. Well, I mean, we're not even the fucking Marlins.
We want to be the fucking Mets.
Be the best version of the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Like Ann said, let people try to copy off of you. Be the best version of the New York Mets. I don't have a problem with taking from everybody that you see doing good, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you're supposed to create things that people want to take from you, and we don't see that. I'm with Anthony 100%. When are they going to build their own identity? When are we going to see the best version of the New York Mets trying to be what somebody else is trying to be? Or we're going to be this, we're going to be that. No, stop chasing. It's like we're always chasing.
Hector, if they were to build, and this is for Ann and Top too, if they were to build an identity, what would it look like? Like, how would this look? Like, if this thing ever turned around, how is this thing going to look? Because right now, I don't know.
I mean,
That's what I'm asking Heck, and I'm asking Ant, and I'm asking Top.
I think I'm gonna I'll let Top answer, but in my opinion, I think an identity. Honestly, we're not gonna build an identity the way we're doing things right now. Bringing in players on 1 and 2 year deals with or 3 year deals with an opt-out. That's not how you build an identity. You build an identity by having guys come up through your system that want to be Mets, that live to be Mets, that want to win as Mets, because that's what they're known. I know it sounds corny, but that's
No,
how
it
you build
doesn't.
an identity.
100%.
Right now, we have no identity, and like I said before, I don't see how we can build that identity because we have a bunch of mercenaries. Even right now, maybe you need somebody to step up in that clubhouse, but who's it going to be? Don't give me Lindor. We're past that already.
Hey,
And those new guys are still trying to find their footing and probably like, do I say something? Do I say something? But they came in with all this reputation, right, about being leaders.
yes.
Well, this is where we need to see it. But go ahead, Top.
oh no, I was gonna say they preached their identity already. That's the problem. They told the fan base our identity was gonna be run prevention. Our identity was gonna be a contact team. The problem is they haven't done that. Now, can they fix that? 100%. I don't believe in none of this. Oh, it's getting late early. You still have about 4 months to 5 months of baseball, 4 months of baseball left. Anything can happen. However, you want to start making your changes. Number one, stop playing Brett Beatty at right field. Number two, stop. If you're gonna have a guy like Carson Bench, have him playing one position in the outfield every day. See,
He should be playing right field, Top. He should be playing right field.
100%. To answer your
Wherever
question,
he is playing, it should be consistent playing time at that one position, and don't move him.
Should
Same
not be-
thing in the lineup.
be taken out so Tommy Pham could be pitch hitting for him at the end of the game. That's unacceptable. Tommy Pham should not even be on this team. Great guy, clubhouse leader. He's respected in the clubhouse. I get it. I respect him as a player. He's probably a good guy in person. Should not be on this team. Telling you right now, MJ Melendez right now has shown more than Tommy Pham. That's just 100% fact.
Well, the fact that we even signed Tommy Pham
It
told you
makes-
how much of a fraud this roster was and all this depth that we supposedly have.
No depth.
There's-
We have no depth.
We had all this depth. People were talking about what are we gonna do with Pache? What are we gonna do with MJ Melendez? What are we gonna do with this guy? And as soon as freaking Talkman gets hurt, what do? We sign Tommy Pham.
Tommy Pham.
Soto gets hurt, and we don't bring up Melendez. We don't bring up Pache. Shit, we don't even bring up
Where the
you wanna
fuck is
get crazy?
Tommy?
Morabito, who's killing it supposedly in the minors. I haven't paid attention.
it
We
makes
bring
no
up
sense.
Tommy Pham. And what does this fan base expect? Oh, yeah, let's bring Tommy Pham so he can smack somebody in the
Smack
club.
somebody.
Yeah, like that matters.
Listen, it gets to a point where, again, like I said, you got to stop putting. You already did your dirt. You already did your dirt by putting a lot of guys out of position. Brett Beatty should not be playing right field. If you're gonna have him play, have him switch between first base right now with Mark, because it seems like he plays a better first base than he does the outfield. Same with Mark Vientos. But I'm gonna be honest with you, those guys should have been gone, or at least one of them should have been here as a DH. If you know Brandon Nimmo wasn't gonna be in the picture. It's the same. It's again. I gotta give Bo Bichette a little bit of credit. Offensively, he's not doing anything, but he's been playing a fine third base. I gotta give him his flowers. I know everybody
Just
doesn't.
leave it up a little bit. And listen,
He
You
hit
know
the
what?
ball
You
real
just
hard
reminded me,
today,
Tom.
right?
you just
Right.
reminded me. Now, shout out to Bo Bichette, man. Credit to Bo Bichette, because I had somebody tell me, that's in the know, that's in the ballpark early when they're at home. And he was like, yo, this dude is here early by himself with whoever it is that's working with him every day on his defense.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's gotten better. It's showing it's gotten better.
Beautiful play today. That double play where they got
But we need you to drive in some damn runs.
what was it? He threw to first and then from first back to third or whatever.
Let's
they
be
got.
honest. When we talked about run prevention and Top, that's a great point. That's supposed to be our identity, right?
Mhm.
But shout out to Jay. Everybody knows J Mac Customs, who
Mhm.
posted a couple of days. It's more like fun prevention than run
Right.
prevention because
He-
we're not having fun.
He preached it all last year after that final game
Right.
against the Marlins. He said it in the
But
press.
we didn't bring in Bo Bichette for run prevention.
No.
We bring in Bo Bichette for run production, right?
Runners in scoring position. That's why he was brought in here.
Production. I need some run production.
Simeon was a run prevention acquired.
Yes.
That's the mind-boggling thing of them all. Now, here's another thing too. Whether people like it or not, we talk about how we have a lot of guys in our farm system that still need development and need time. Maybe if you would have not went and got your veteran guy like a Marcus Semien, Ronnie Mauricio could be seeing a lot of playing time right now and could be helping out while you still have
I agree.
that could be seeing a lot of playing time, whether you like them or not. But how are these kids going to be able to get that opportunity when you got a veteran like Marcus Semien, who, again, I appreciate him because of what he brings, but at the end of the day, that's not what you need right now.
Do you guys think a move is in store? Like, is there anything that maybe we could go after, or is it just way too early to even talk about that?
No, I think it's
Because, we really needed help on offense really bad. So that's why I'm asking.
I think
Eddie, the fact we're even saying this is a joke because these off seasons are mind-boggling because they spend the money and they do enough, like just enough for the team to be okay, but they never go over the top. They needed to go over the top this offseason. They needed to add one more power bat. You lose Alonso, you've got to find a way to at least get some type of production similar to that. I don't care if it's Eugenio Suarez. I don't care if it was giving Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
like
You had to have done it.
Top, what were you saying?
They didn't do enough.
Dion, not to cut you off, but he was going to get that power bat. He struck out on Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, fair.
Whether people
why
like
do
it
I
or
need
not.
to open my eyes for? I'm sorry. Why do I open my eyes to what? I didn't say that Bichette was his master plan. I'm just talking about the guy that's here, and once we got him here, what we got him for. But don't give me this nonsense that if Brett Beatty was at third base, he would have been better. Listen, I didn't think Brett Beatty was good at third base last year. I don't care what nobody says. He was making as many bad plays and errors as anybody at third base. Oh, he went a little run there. He had a breakout season when he had 17 home runs.
It was
just
one good half of the
as
year.
Mark Viento's bad season. Brett Beatty's breakout season last year, his numbers were equivalent to Mark Viento's bad season. Go look him up, ladies and gentlemen.
And it was half of a season.
But then you're going to tell me about underlying numbers, expected this,
You're slipping out now because of how inconsistent his lineup is. Imagine if Brett Beatty was your everyday third baseman, and he's giving you the production right now. It'd be even worse.
We kept the wrong white
Let me tell
guys.
you something,
I'm not a
man.
Beatty believer. I never have been.
Fucking
and I
true.
never will.
We fucked
Let
up
me
the
tell you something.
quota.
You guys
Ed.
just mentioned. You guys
Right,
just
I'm
mentioned,
serious. We kept the wrong whites. We did.
You guys stop.
Truth.
You guys just
Fucking
mentioned
truth.
Mauricio. You guys just mentioned Mauricio. I don't want Mauricio.
He's a
here.
fucking quadruple A player. I had it with this
Okay, he
fucking
might- he may
asshole.
be.
What
He
is
may be.
Beatty and Vientos, bro?
He may
It's the
be.
same
Right,
shit.
exactly.
I want Mauricio to sit here on the bench, but right now, I'd option Beatty to the fucking minors. I posted this the other day. I'd option Beatty to the
So would
minors with no intention of ever bringing him up again. I don't give a damn what he does in Syracuse. We've seen that movie too many damn times.
I think that goes for Benj too, heck.
No,
Bench-
man, just
Bench
leave him
has-
up. Come on,
Bench-
Eddie, don't be
Bench has
ridiculous.
better
We could
potential.
talk about sending him. Listen to what I'm saying. We could talk about bench sending bench down. I'm not saying no. I don't want to see Beatty ever again on this major league team, Eddie. I want to send him down, build whatever value he wants to. You could build up for him. And
That's
if
fine.
I have to
I'm
listen to
okay
me.
with that.
If I have to trade him for Eddie Presti, I trade him for. I don't give a damn. I am done with Brett Beatty. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, people want to celebrate the fact that this guy's actually putting the ball in the air a little bit more. This was last year. He can't even do that right now. Yesterday, I know. Mark Viento sucks too. Yesterday, Mark Viento hit a ball 434 feet through the wind. Brett Beatty has warning track power with the wind. I still believe Mark Vientos could have impact. You want to tell me you don't want to play him either? But my point is, I would be willing right now, if I could. But the top's point, we got Marcus Semien here. Where do we play Mauricio? But I'd be willing to option Brett Beatty and give those at-bats to Mauricio. I just can't have Mauricio up here playing every 3 days, pinch hitting. No. If
I don't think he's that good. I'm sorry. I used to think he was great. I'm
understand,
off
Eddie.
the Mauricio
I
train.
understand it, but what did we say in the beginning of the show? We need power, right? We need
We
somebody
do.
that can wreck a game. He can wreck a game. He can get lucky and wreck a game. A stupid pitcher throws him a fastball, he can wreck a game. The smart pitcher throws him breaking
I mean,
balls,
again,
he's gonna look bad. Brett Beatty ain't doing nothing.
listen, I'm with you on Beatty. If you want to fucking send him down and get his value up, I'm all for it.
Okay, so who
Because
you
right
gonna
now we
bring up?
lost 11 games in a row, so everything should be on the table.
All right, but who you
I know
gonna
this
bring up?
shit.
Right, but
Who
my
you
thing
gonna
is,
bring up?
you
It has to be.
guy out of position right now.
If it's to be realistic,
He
though.
should not be in the outfield. That fucking guy should not be in the outfield. He's a goofy fucking white guy. He should be at first base or DH. No.
With the racial shit,
He should not
this
be
is
on
Fox Sports, bro.
That's my
Let's talk about whites, Dominicans.
He's a goofy fuck, though. I'm just saying the truth.
Yeah, listen, Eddie, I don't give a fuck what the color of the skin is, to be completely honest with you. Dude is ass. He should not be on the team. I don't care
There's
if
two
he's white,
people
black.
talking. I can't
It
hear.
doesn't matter.
He should not be on the team.
Horrible.
Brett Beatty should not be in this lineup. He should not be
Exactly.
seen every day MLB action. The
I
problem,
think Ben
the
stinks
reason why
too.
I disagree with you on the Ronnie Mauricio thing is because they have given every pathway and leash to Brett Beatty, no matter what the problem is. With Ronnie Mauricio, he hasn't got a full year of chance. He hasn't got that. So
Yeah,
how
but I hear people say that. I hear people say that, Tom, but let's be fair. The
He
injury.
got
plays
his
into that.
chance. He
right,
did.
but that's what I'm saying. They only gave him 1 year of a chance, and that was half of the season in 2023.
Why does Beatty
But
deserve more of a
because of
chance?
the
than
injury,
Mauricio?
that's because of the injury, though.
Right, but I get that. They still, even when he came back, they didn't give him that opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what
Why
I'm
does
saying.
Beatty deserve more of an opportunity than Mauricio? I don't get that.
He
That's my
doesn't.
point.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I think Mauricio's a 10 times more athletic player with a higher upside, and they stick with Beatty for whatever
Extra
reason.
game easily, even right now.
It's because Beatty showed consistency. Mauricio's never showed any consistency.
Mauricio, I feel like, is a guy at any moment is
How is he going
he's a
to-
candidate to go deep. He's one of those guys. Like he
He was,
has.
he was one of their best hitters from late August to the whole month of September in 2023. He gets hurt the year after, comes back in 2025, and they barely put him to play. How is he going to show any of that consistency?
But Top, don't you think that was sort of like a lost year? Like, I mean, it was the end of the run with Buck Showalter. It was like that was a shit year. It was like a throwaway year almost.
I understand that, but yet they decided to call him up during that time, not him. And then when they had an opportunity to play him in 2025, they barely did. So how is that
Not
on him?
because he sucks.
No, he was ripping the ball in AAA.
In
What do you mean?
AAA, never here.
But you're not understanding my point, bro. Is when they finally find his pathway of success in AAA, then they call him up. They don't give him that opportunity.
And you're right about that. I agree 100% with that.
It's just the
They
game.
do it to
played
Brett
thing.
Beatty every chance they get, and it's like he has improved it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like Beatty has shown you some flashes here and there, but nothing consistent whatsoever. Where you got to be dead set on having this guy in the lineup or in the field every single day, playing a position that isn't even his primary position.
Right.
We've given this guy ample opportunity. At this point, I'm done with the Brett Beatty experience and the experiment. Both of them, I'm done.
How about, I mean, I'll tell you this too. Polanco's been a big disappointment too.
Hell yeah.
You paid this guy $22 million, and he looks like Polanco from 2024. Injured, inconsistent. He looked like shit when he was here.
When you look at his history, his injury history, did David Stearns not do any research on his medicals? This guy is always fucking hurt, like always. And you got him to play a position that you knew he was going to have to play more than 100 games of the year at. And it's a completely new position. And he's done a decent job at first base. I don't even want to say like he's a bad first baseman. He's been okay. Like he makes a couple plays. I don't know if I'd rather Vientos there, but I think Vientos has shown me a lot more this season than Brett Beatty, and I'm more willing to stick it out with Mark Vientos than I am Brett Beatty. I think Vientos should be
Vientos
playing.
over Beatty any day.
I
But
think
look at
Vientos
this.
should be playing every single day. I don't know
Hey,
where.
look at
he's
this. Look,
gonna
Hector.
should be.
Look at this. Look at this. Look what HVAC put up there. And this is what I'm talking about, Eddie. 6 home runs
let me ask you guys
at bats for
something. Let me ask you
Mauricio,
guys
17 home runs, and 500 at bats for Beatty.
Go check
500 at bats.
Go check the year prior and in the year before that. If you're gonna go based off last year, where he had more,
But this is good towards Mauricio.
No, this
Yeah,
is
it is good. It is.
it
But
is,
I
yeah.
mean, let's see how many of those were like. I would love to see those at bats.
I
I'm
forgot.
talking about 30 home runs for Mauricio.
Right. I
What is
forgot.
that?
Tony, no, right.
The
Exactly.
impact that Mauricio could give us right now, it's not even a comparison. Brett Beatty doesn't even get, but he has to play every day because there's going to be the days he's going to go 0 for 3 with 3 terrible strikeouts, swinging at balls that are 55 feet.
He did that when he was just up here.
Right. But he also won a game with a double. Right.
He did.
He
Against
also hit-
Pittsburgh. Yep.
He also hit a fucking bomb. I forget where the hell it was.
It was
Right. So like I don't know, man. I'm just done. I'm just done with Brett Beatty, guys. I'm just done with Brett Beatty. Quez, were you able to get the numbers? We were trying to get what the hell is Quez?
Runners in scoring position numbers.
He went on break. This guy went on break. He went on break
I
and
just
another-
I want to say this to you guys. I asked.
Yeah, speak up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I asked Heck.
It's a
I
fucking
asked Heck
micro.
this question last year. Between those three guys, Vientos, Beatty, and Mauricio, you can only keep two. Who are you going to keep?
I told you who I would have kept.
Yep, same as me.
Not Eddie's favorite white boy. I'll tell you that much.
I think the answer is
Yo,
obvious.
Chris,
now.
were you able to get the numbers or
Yeah.
no?
What was that?
Dion,
I was asking Quay something.
ask you too. Did you get to order your Texas Ranger jersey? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, me?
No, I'm
No,
telling
we're not.
Dion. I'm pushing.
Oh, Nemo.
We're
no, not yet.
and it ain't coming either.
Guys, what do we make? What do we make of the fact that I don't know if I mentioned it before? Everybody wanted to get rid of Jeremy Hefner. The Braves lead the league in ERA. The Braves who
course they
lost
did.
how many pitchers?
Like 5. Not joking either.
The Braves lead the league in ERA, bro, at 2.97 or something like that. The Mets are like, I forget what the hell they are. I was looking at it before.
We're like middle of the pack, right?
Yeah, but
Look-
they were up there
look at the
last
team
year
number.
at some point too, and then they took a shit. So the Braves might take a shit too.
They may, but at the same time, more often than not, the Braves figure it out, and I don't know, seem to have better talent than we do,
All the time.
and able
They
to
definitely have better
maximize.
talent. Heck,
They're able to maximize that talent better than we're able to maximize the talent that we have. But it's just funny things that just stood out when I look at the numbers, the overall numbers, and I see this stuff. And I'm like, holy smokes, right? When we talk about walks, right? Okay, you want to talk about walks? That sucker Hefner couldn't control the walks. See, now you're gonna make me go back, and look that stuff up. Hold on a second, because it'll be quick. It'll be quick, but you guys can fill in. You guys can talk. Don't worry about it.
I'm looking at the standings right now. Braves are 14-7. Marlins are in second place, 10-12. Nationals third place, 10-12. Phillies fourth place, 8-12. And then we got us fifth place at 7-15.
The only saving grace for this team is that the rest of the division may also be dog shit. And if the Mets just get hot for like a month or two, they could find themselves back in it with the wild card spot. But it's hard to even believe they would do that. So
The fact that I said
We'll
this
see.
team could win 88 games, what was I smoking to even think
dude,
that?
I took
I
over
said
89 and a
so
half.
let's not talk about that. Atlanta, fourth in walks with 58. The Mets, 14th with 72.
Middle of the pack.
How about quality starts, guys? You want to know how many quality
We
starts?
probably have 1 or 2, if tops.
Quality starts?
We are 23rd in the league with 5 quality starts.
Wow.
Seattle leads the league with 12.
So a quality start is what, 3 earned
Hold on,
runs,
Heck's gonna, he's
or
gonna
less?
name a bunch
6
of
innings
stats.
or something like that.
6 innings to 3 earned runs or
Yeah.
less.
5 innings, I think.
What?
No, it's
Quality
6.
starts?
Yeah,
Six innings.
quality starts
I think
6
it's
innings pitched, 3 earned
I
runs.
think it's 6 innings, 3 runs or less, yes.
Yeah.
How about ERA? Well, we just said ERA. Oh, and just in case, the Mets are 20th in ERA at 4.22.
What do we at
Four.
strikeouts?
Better than that. It feels better than that for
It
whatever
feels
reason.
so much better than that. I don't, bro. It's
Strikeouts, the Mets from the most strikeouts to the least. The Mets are 13th with 182 strikeouts. The Guardians lead the league with 217.
Is that offense or defense?
This is pitching.
Pitching.
Okay. I got you.
This is all pitching. This is all pitching right now.
Got you. So again, middle of the pack again.
Yes. Yeah. That was my point of bringing all this up. All of this talk about how we had to get rid of Jeremy Hefner, we're going to bring in this great Justin Willard and all of this nonsense. And we're just middle of the pack. Now, to be fair, a lot has to do with the talent that these guys are being given to work with, right? And that's where David Stearns comes in. You can't ask these guys to be magicians either.
How about the fact that we
Rich
bought
got
in?
that supposed to help guys, not create guys.
How about the fact we brought in Peralta thinking he was going to be the answer that solved all our problems? We just need an ace. We need a guy at the top of the rotation. We need a guy that stops seven game losing streaks. That was the exact fucking words. And we're up to 11 game losing.
Couldn't get out of the 6th inning.
Right?
Yeah.
This is the issue with Peralta
let's
is
be
that he's a
fair, though.
good pitcher, but the Mets last year, their biggest problem was that their starting pitchers weren't able to get out of the damn 5th or 6th inning consistently, and the
That
bullpen
was
is getting
in
overworked
June.
and overtaxed.
And Peralta
And
falls
this
right
year-
in line with that.
No,
We, Peralta needs to be better than that. Peralta needs to get into the 7th inning and save the bullpen some work, and it hasn't been that way whatsoever. He has not been the quote-unquote stopper that we thought we were getting when we got him. He's been underwhelming, honestly. He really has been. I thought we were getting someone completely better, and it's not the case. He throws a shit ton of pitches to try and strike guys out. He's never trying to pitch the contact. Everything is always trying to get the guy in the zone with the K. It's disappointing, man. We needed, I don't want to shit on him because he's been, he's had a couple starts where the Mets should have won the game as well. McLean,
He's supposed to be our fucking ace.
yeah, okay, it's
He's not
fair,
an
but
ace.
McLean is our ace. Let's be honest about it. McLean is our ace.
But I'm saying that was the whole point.
Like an ace.
During this losing streak, we have had a couple of stopper performances. McLean has given us a
Yes.
couple.
They've
Yes.
given
That's
guys, you gotta
good enough
fucking
to win.
score.
Clay Holmes has given us a couple of stopper performances.
Yes.
We can't score runs.
And then-
McLean has gotten DeGrommed.
And it's against a lot of
McLean is
the,
to get to the point where I'm not even going to look forward to his starts because it's just going to be more miserable than anything because he's going to be great. And either the bullpen's going to blow it or we're not going to score any runs.
Well, I think the thing with Peralta too is that it seems to me like David Stearns really didn't do his homework, or for that matter, because I'm a guy that wanted Peralta, but Peralta has never been a guy that's given you 6 innings on a consistent basis throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that you should at least come in with it should have already been known not to put that. That's why I never put that label on him that he's an ace, that he's an innings eater, because he doesn't give you more than 5 on a consistent basis. That's not his thing. And for us to push him to that, never done that, I can't expect him to give you that when he's never done that on a consistent basis throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? Nolan is different. If Nolan has shown that he can do it, then all of a sudden, if he doesn't do it, then that's where you're sitting. You're like, okay, something's wrong here. But Nolan's done it. Nolan has shown he could do it. Clay Holmes at times has shown that he could do it. Freddie has not. So I can't push him to be an innings eater or a 6-inning guy when he's never really done that consistently. And I think
Top. How many guys are really innings
That's a
eaters
disconnect.
anymore in today's game of baseball? And you get to the playoffs, how many guys go 5-6 innings?
not a lot.
Very few.
every
No,
man
no,
tries
but
to
in the
show
playoffs,
he's
it's
on
different.
their man.
Right.
I
But
can't
I
give
will
that
say-
dude
I
5
will say-
years or 6 years. I can't have him going 5 in the third. I can't give him 5 or 6 years.
This is
Plain
I'm
what
not
and
gonna
simple.
lie. When we got Peralta and I went and looked at the numbers and I saw that he pitched, I think it was like 6 or 8 innings more than Clay Holmes and I forget who else on the Mets. I was like, holy cow, wait a minute.
Last season.
This is the guy that's supposed to help us eat up innings. Like he's not going to do that.
Mm.
He's not going to do that.
And we gave up a lot for him, too.
And he's a good
But at least we got Myers. I'll give David Stearns that. Myers, at least we got him back.
Guys, wait 1 second. Can we address this Bubba Harrison comment? I'm so jealous of the Yankees. Do you see how good Rice?
No. Is this Joan Clark's burner?
Bro, we're losing the fucking plot right now. I know the Mets are bad, but please, let's be serious.
That's Joan
for 1
Clark's
second.
burner. That's Joan Clark's burner or
We're
Joan
just
Clark's
saying
cousin or
anything at
something.
this point. That's ridiculous.
Who
That's
cares
Joan
about
Clark.
Babe Ruth and fucking Lou Gehrig? Like,
And who cares about the Yankees to begin with? They're 2 games over.
Yeah,
500.
doesn't that name sound like a MLB the show type of name? Bubba Harrison.
Bubba Harris.
does.
word.
Sounds like some 90s manager.
I think that's
He said-
what's his name? Bubba Chandler?
said,
Who's that?
Wait until October when Judge turns into Beatty. I don't know why, but this KTRPH just reminded me of Ken. Where's the homie Ken? Haven't seen Ken in a while, man. Shout out to the people that we haven't seen in here in a while, man. The Kens, the Darren, man. I hope everything's okay.
Darren, man.
Darren.
Yo, Darren. Yeah.
Yeah, Darren's been MIA for a while, man. I hope everything's okay. Who else? There's a few people that we haven't seen for a while that I hope everything's all right, man. and we miss you guys.
Facts.
That's you, Ken. Is that you? You changed your name so you could troll me under a different name?
Ah,
You fucking clown, Ken. Look at you. Metro, whatever the hell your name is. What convo? What you want to say? Everybody's cutting into the convo, man. So if you want to cut into the convo, the way to cut in is by making a comment. I hope that I see it. If it's good enough, I hope that one of my co-hosts here sees it tonight.
There's some good ones. Comment section's doing a good job.
No, it's actually been pretty good. You guys want to try to go through some of those real quick before we start trying to get the hell out of here?
Yeah, definitely. There's one that popped off the page to me right here. Peralta is from Gotham Gangster. Peralta is literally a number 3 on the Mets, behind a rookie and a guy who just became a starter last year after being a career reliever. And this fan base really wants to hand the guy a $200 million extension. No, thank you. And I couldn't agree more. Like, there's no way, unless he goes.
I'll give him 100-something million. Sure.
Unless he goes flawless the rest of the season, and the Mets and he's able to be a big part of this Mets turnaround, and he becomes like some Mets hero or something for pitching that well down the stretch of the year, there's no fucking way you could pay this guy $200 million. And let's be serious about it. You think David Stearns, who's scared to pay any superstar a big amount of money besides these fucking guys that come here and do nothing, is going to extend Freddie Peralta, an older pitcher that is not even getting into the 6th or 7th inning consistently? I think that this was David Stearns had a weird offseason. He filled his roster out with a bunch of like 1 to 2 year contracts, so that just in case this doesn't work out, which it looks like it isn't working out, the Mets can cut bait quickly. And that's no way to build a team and no way to build a roster. You need to build your team and roster in the image and likeness that you want it to be for your next 3 to 4 seasons. Build a vision, build the organizational philosophy that'll be consistent throughout a string of seasons, not just one. Like this contact and pitching and all this stuff, this shouldn't just be for the year 2026. This should be an organizational philosophy that the Mets are going to continually pursue year after year after year after year. And instead, it's a bunch of 1-year mercenaries and guys that are going to be gone because of how bad they are next year. I don't know, that's all goes back to Stearns and the roster construction. That's all on Stearns.
The Jets Nation _NYC says, I want Lindor off this fucking team. His vibe
That's
sucks.
Frankie. That's Frankie V. That's Frankie, by the way. Just
Frankie.
Sorry to expose you, buddy, but we know who it is.
I didn't even see that one. Shout out to Frankie, man. Again, shout out. Oh, I see it there now.
All right, bro. This guy.
It's such a Frankie comment as well. Like, of course.
You know what? I'm not. The way Lindor's been fucking playing, Frankie's not too wrong. You couldn't trade him for free right now.
Well, exactly. That's my point. What the fuck are you getting back for him? And like, even
you would have to eat money to get rid of Lindor. That's how bad he's playing.
What prospects would they get back in return that would make you like? I don't.
Nothing. You'd have to pay off the contract.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. When we talk about breaking up the core and changes and all of the stuff that we did, right? And there's only 3 really big common denominators when we talk about the on the field product.
Yep.
Carlos Mendoza,
Lindor,
Francisco Lindor, and David Peterson. That's it.
Yep.
The young guys, they're insignificant. The baby Mets, whatever.
We shouldn't have to be relying on them this much to be successful. Like,
how about the fact that we have no depth?
When we talk about Frankie's comment, right, and the vibes, and especially the way he looks this year. And this is an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like having this conversation. But a lot of people were loud about how this guy was the leader of this team and how he needed to be named the captain of this team. And when we talk about this team not having an identity, not having a direction, and yeah, we could point at the manager and we could point at David Stearns, but where's that leadership that Francisco Lindor is supposed to provide? Where's that captaincy that Francisco Lindor is supposed to provide? And listen, I give him credit. He's accountable. I'm tired of hearing it.
He is.
I'm tired of hearing it. But he's accountable as hell. He's there every day in front of the camera, and he'll tell you, I got to be better, I got to be better, I got to be better.
But it's the same shit, Heck. It's that you're saying the same thing over and over and over again,
I'm tired of hearing it.
Aren't changing. Well, I mean, okay, I'll be fair. He's been swinging it slightly better over the past couple of games. Today was, a dud again. So
The dude is on a pace for 8 RBIs for the season.
is that
8 RBIs, and
8 RBIs for the season.
The fact that you did that math, bro.
that is awful.
you can't be paying someone $300
Guys,
million.
okay, so
in that.
before we get out of here,
It's horrible.
right? The elephant in the room. And I think we've kind of danced around it a little bit. But where are you guys? I guess two-part. If Anthony was in charge, if Top Bunk David was in charge, Eddie Presti, Dion, what are you gonna do with this team? You're trying to still win this year. You're trying to salvage this season. I know what the numbers may say. I know what it feels like right now on April 19th, 11 games in a row. It does not look good. But God darn it, you're a competitor and you're still trying to win right now. What are you doing? And does that consist of firing David Stearns? I mean, for Carlos Mendoza?
I'll take this
You're
one.
saying this as you're in the shoes of Steve Cohen, correct?
Yes, basically he's
Steve
giving us the
Cohen,
keys.
really David Stearns.
Controlling
David
the
Stearns,
team
'cause
in general.
not Steve Cohen, because I don't know if I want Steve Cohen involved right now.
Okay.
Right? That's big. Now, when the owner says you got to fire the manager, there's a lot that comes with that. If the president doesn't want to do that, now it's like, okay, you bring me here to run this team, and you're telling me how to run it. I'm not sure I want that yet, but you're David Stearns. You're still trying to salvage this season because you're a competitor, and you told us all you're trying to win. You eat a lot of money, says Ray.
I'll take it.
Does it consist of firing Mendoza? And then 3-part question: if you do fire Carlos Mendoza, who's your replacement? Because remember, you're still trying to win right now. Go ahead. You want to be first? Go ahead.
I'll take this right up the rip. I am firing David Stearns. Goodbye. That is the first
You're
move
David
I'm
Stearns.
making.
You're not Steve Cohen.
You
You're
are David Stearns.
Well
If you
then,
fire David
I
Stearns
am
right now,
firing
you're
myself.
next year. If
I'm
you-
I'm
giving
firing myself.
an extension.
To me, he is the major problem. You guys want to put this on Mendoza? It is on Stearns 1,000%. And if Cohen can't see that by now, he is blind. And then all he does care about is that casino, because this guy's been a loser since he's gotten here. He got lucky in 2024. That was an anomaly. We saw his true colors last year with Soto added to the team. Okay. And then he got rid of all the people he wanted to get, all the whites that we talked about. He wanted to get rid of the whites, got rid of the whites, right? Fine, he did it. Look what happened. He has been fucking terrible. I would fire his ass in a minute, and I would go to what's his name? Theo Epstein, and I will literally offer Theo Epstein $25 million a year to run this team. Because if there is anybody that knows how to build a winner, it is him. So you're going to spend money. You might as well spend it on the fucking guy that's got the resume and he's got 2 championships to prove it. All right? He turned it around in Boston. He turned it around in Chicago. There was 15-year curse in Chicago. He turned that around. I am firing David Stearns and hiring Theo Epstein. I do not think this is on Mendoza. I think this whole thing is on Stearns, and it's been on him for 3 years now.
Who wants to go second?
But if you're going to answer my question, because that did not answer my question. Right?
I'm not firing Mendoza. I'm firing Stearns.
But I said you were Stearns.
I don't want to be Stearns. I think he's to
you are.
blame. I can't do that, Hector.
Okay.
I
All right,
literally blame him.
Okay, so you're giving up on 2026 because that doesn't solve 2026.
Well, if you bring a competent person in here by the deadline, maybe they could put something together.
No. There's no way. It's not.
You're not bringing in
It's
You're
not
not
gonna-
gonna-
Theo
Theo
Epstein
Epstein
here,
over
giving him $25 million, whatever the hell you said, for him to try to fix.
I mean, the Knicks did it with Phil Jackson. They gave him a million, $20 million a come. It didn't work out. But they did it in the middle of the year.
You're gonna bring up Eddie Phil Jackson.
I'm just saying.
Also, that went horribly.
It can be done.
Did you see number one? It
Did you
can't
see
be
how
done
that
because
went?
he had already
No,
came
no.
out. He didn't want to
No,
be.
I'm not talking about bringing him
He's-
back.
Bro, you give him $25 million. He's coming.
No,
Okay.
he's not. He's a millionaire already. He has money.
He ain't a 25 millionaire.
Why would he
Jackson
do?
came here only for the money, and how did that work out?
Who's that?
Phil Jackson came here only for the
I
money.
forget
How-
about the Knicks. It's a different entity. Different entity.
You brought it up.
I brought it up because
I
he
didn't bring it
came
up.
in the middle of the fucking year. That's why I brought it up.
Okay. And my point again stands. If you bring him in the middle of the year, somebody like Theo Epstein, he's not coming in here to try to save your 2026. He's coming in here to try to save your fucking organization and
Yes.
turn it around. That's going to take time.
All
So
right.
you're
All right.
giving
So
up
you
on
want me to be
26.
nice and play nice and say I'm going to keep Stearns? Okay, fine. We'll keep Stearns in because, all right, which I
No,
don't.
Eddie, I asked the question about trying to save this year.
I
talking
think you
about
could
trying to
save it. I
this
think we
year.
could save it.
I
Heck,
understand you want to blow it up. I get that, brother.
yeah.
I'm still trying to save this year, bro.
All right. If you want to save it, Sanga's got to go. He's fucking soft. He sucks. This guy's been bad now for a while. Bring in another pitcher, and you got to get another hitter in here ASAP. And I mean a real bat, like I'm talking another big bat, like somebody really, really good. So yeah, that's your best chance, and probably another bullpen arm.
You're not firing Mendoza then.
No,
All right.
I'm keeping him.
So let me tackle this 1 second because I think this will back up of Eddie's point. I'm in agreement. I don't think that this is a Mendoza thing. I think that this is clearly a roster construction thing. And I don't want to fire Mendoza. I think that we forget what 2024 was and how desperate and horrible it looked at a certain point in time, and the fact that they were able to rally it around and give us such a phenomenal season. And Mendoza, I believe, was a big part of that. There were a lot of times throughout the entirety of that season where he was pushing the right buttons on a nightly basis consistently and making the right bullpen moves and bringing in the right guys, but it hasn't been that way for the past, ever since June of last year. I think I'm always a blame the freaking players guy. If I'm David Stearns, if I'm Mendoza, I am getting in that locker room and I am making it be known. You guys need to wake the fuck up. They get paid way too much money to not be playing well at all. And they're not even giving us it's a different story if they're playing 500 baseball. They are way under that right now. And it gets worse and worse and worse as we continue to play. And this losing streak is just piling on and piling on and piling on. I think we're a little bit too early into the season to fully commit to firing Carlos Mendoza. And like Hector said, if you do fire Carlos Mendoza, we know what's going to happen. You could say you guys want to replace him with whatever manager you want, but that is not going to happen. You want Carlos Beltran? That ain't happening. I'll tell you right now. David Stearns will replace Carlos Mendoza with the dude on the bench, our bench coach, Kai Correa. And if you think Kai Correa is going to be able to get more out of this Mets team than Mendoza is right now, you're mistaken, because he won't be. And nor will this locker room, who supposedly really respects Mendoza. I don't think they'll give a shit if he's they may be upset that their guy is gone, and maybe their guy maybe that'll wake them up. Maybe they think that having Mendoza around is like a safety blanket, and they'll be safe because Mendoza is the manager. If you want to wake them up that way and fire Mendoza and replace him, you better find a worthy coach, because Kai Correa, no.
The guy's like 100 pounds, by the way.
No.
I'm totally with you on that, Dion. I'm totally with you on that. And on that, before Anthony and Top go on that question, let's listen to Lindor touch on a little bit of what you said and how they feel about Carlos Mendoza.
That's a good point.
Bring up my thing, Quays. There it goes. Here we go.
It's going to get loud. A lot of that talk is going to be around Carlos Mendoza. I mean, what would you say about how the job the manager has done with you guys?
He's done a fantastic job. This is not on him. He has make sure everybody here is prepared. Every coach here is prepared, and we have the information. It comes down on us. Mendy's our guy. He's our leader. He's in control, and he's done a tremendous job. We just haven't executed. It would be unfair to put everything on him, because at the end of the day, he has gotten the ship in the right direction. We just have to. The people are paddling. We got to paddle and execute.
It's going to get loud. A lot of that talk is going to be.
That says it all. That
And
quote says it all.
I saw Clay Holmes, I think it was, or
They're not
maybe it was
firing Mendy.
David
yes, they're not.
Peterson, pretty much echo the same thing, the same thoughts. Listen, I don't know. Some people would say that was that the kiss of death that David Stearns gave Mendy a few days ago when he said Mendy's not going anywhere. I don't know. But Top, what would you do if you were David Stearns, not Steve Cohen, David Stearns?
If I was David Stearns, one, I would have to look into the roster. I think Dion is hitting on a good point where, you know, a lot of his mistakes on putting non-positional guys in positions they've never played in, it's fucking you up. It's taking you away from the message that you were sending in terms of run prevention. You know, you look at these guys at bats on opening day. These guys were fighting in almost every at bat. Where did that philosophy go? They went away from that philosophy. So I think it's more of a roster problem. Mendoza is still respected in that locker room based on what these players are saying. That, you know, so I got to go based off what my players are saying, regardless if it's you know, tongue in cheek or not. But I don't think they're gonna fire him right now. I think they're gonna try to give him as much leeway as possible before they finally make that decision. And it could be. It could be by the trade deadline, it may be not, but I think you know, with a lot of respect that he's getting from these players, they're trying to play for him. There's a lot of guys that have good conversation with him. Like it's just common sense. I don't see that happening. I think it's more of a roster construction more than anything. But if it came to the Beltran thing, the only reason why I don't see Beltran getting that position is because he's basically been in the front office. You know, he's been behind the scenes with a small chunk of Houston, and when he did it for the Yankees for a good amount of years, you know, he had that opportunity to manage before everything went downhill.
Never the manager though, Top though.
Well, they did hire him as a
Right.
manager.
Yeah, I get you. You got it though.
You know, the whole thing is, I think Carlos Beltran is at a point right now where he's just enjoying himself and just enjoying the accomplishments that he's gaining, especially with the Hall of Fame. Why would I want to put that on myself with what's going on with this organization when I got everything positive coming my way? I wouldn't want to deal with that. If anything, if maybe next year where everything starts from the beginning, maybe, but as of right now, I don't see that happening with him. So I think right now they stick with I stick with Mendoza, and I gotta make some fixtures on this roster because that's truly what's messing you up.
J-Lo. I like how Lindor takes accountability. I said I respect it. I appreciate it. I also said I'm tired of hearing the same crap. I want results. Results matter, guys. Results matter. I'm about results.
Guys,
But-
our parents have been telling it. Well, I mean, you guys are older than me, but no, Top, you're around probably my age.
Oh, you were like 2 in 2006, right?
No, I was 5. Thank you, Eddie, but
Okay.
close enough. Like, now you fucking fucked up my point, dude. I forgot what I was going to say. Fuck
I'm
you,
just
man.
saying, like, you know.
I was gonna
It's a very simple thing.
yeah, come back to me. I'll remember. I'll think about it.
No, you good. And fix the Mets to try to win this year. I want to try to win this year. Nobody still told me what they would try to do to try to win this year. Not a roster move, not nothing. How can we fix this mess to try to win this year? Save the season, Anthony.
I would fire Mendoza, but you guys are right. Who the fuck takes his place? It makes no sense. Who are you going to get, Joe Girardi?
Ha!
I mean, I think it would have to be a
Let me tell
veteran
you
manager.
something. In my opinion, if you fire Carlos Mendoza, you can't bring in a novice in here. You don't
needs to
bring
be
in
a
Kai
veteran.
Correa. I don't give a shit what anybody
Right.
says about Carlos Beltran. I don't think Carlos Beltran is going to be the manager that people think. I don't
Right.
think people.
And he's
I
an
don't think-
analytics dude. He's an
I don't think
analytics dude.
people
Yeah, he
have
likes to
listened-
look at things, you know?
and talk about being calm and passive and soft. I don't think people have listened to Carlos Beltran really speak, bro.
Beltran is not a rah dude.
Go
Nah.
listen to this dude, and I don't think you really want
He's
him to be
vanilla.
a manager.
Yeah.
Like, he makes me sick, honestly, when I hear him speak, especially when he does the Spanish interviews and really fucking opens up. He makes me sick. It's the truth. I don't care.
I also think that
Joe
too
Girardi's
old.
the only one.
I'm too old to be in love with the 2006 Mets and all of those guys. All those guys, they make me sick.
they won't bring in a guy like Girardi because, quite simply, a manager like Joe Girardi can think and make decisions for
But
himself.
that's what we
whereas
need.
Exactly.
Dion. That's
This
what this
coach-
team needs. This team,
I
that's
agree,
finish my
Hector. I
point, let
totally
Anthony
agree.
finish his point. This team doesn't need a novice manager right now. This team is built to win right now. We have a bunch of guys on 1 and 2 year contracts. This team is built to win right now. So, to me, I think the Joe Girardi train is passed a long time ago.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
But that would be the move in house. I went even crazier. And I said, you know what? If I was to fire Carlos Mendoza, and I wasn't even thinking Joe Girardi then, I'd bring back and fucking Eddie's gonna lose his mind. I'd bring back Terry Collins
Oh my god.
on some Jack McKeon shit. Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Ese tipo está
Yeah,
muerto casi.
He's old. So was Jack McKeon. The point is, you need to bring somebody in here that knows what the hell they're doing. Right?
I agree.
When
Hector.
the
But
kid
what
came
the
to
fuck did Terry Collins
Whoa,
do?
time out.
did Joe Torre do till he finally won?
We need to be realistic about what
He
David
do when
Stearns is
the
going to
Marlins
be
brought
looking
him back
at
and won.
for a coach. David Stearns.
I'd rather
is gonna
Buck
be looking for-
Showalter.
David Stearns is going to look for a yes
bring
man,
Buck
guys.
back.
He's going to
You know
look
that-
for a manager that
That's
says
the
yes
less
to
chance of happening
everything
than
he
Terry,
says.
but go ahead.
Sorry, David Stearns is going to look for a manager that says yes to literally
Right.
every single one of his thoughts.
Yes, man.
He's not going to want an independent thinking
Yeah,
manager.
He already has that.
So
he already
we
has
gotta-
that.
And he
and
has
he's
it
going to get another
already.
one.
Right.
Hector. He's going to get another one.
I know.
If he
But
fires him. So there's no difference. You can fire him and
Why he needs to go.
fire him. It's going to be the same result either way.
I'm good on that. Go ahead, Anthony.
I would DFA Senga.
Thank you.
This-
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sick of his bad juju already.
Hey, listen.
The other day he made a play at first base. This is the start before the last one. And right away he was going to get ready to start bending down and going, "Oh, I'm hurt," but he caught himself. There's always something to him. It's always this.
He's a fucking pussy.
Who cares
Well
about
said.
how Frazier feels about the Mets, Tony? I'm sorry, guys. Why do you
Well
keep saying that Frazier hates the Mets? Who gives a
That's
fuck about
exactly
Frazier?
what he is. He's a third-tier Japanese pitcher. And he had that nice season, and they tried to sell him as an ace right away. He's an ace. No,
Yep.
he's not. He just pitched against a bum the other day, and he got lit up.
Yeah.
Oh, the ghost forkball. I'm so sick of hearing that fucking pitch.
Guys, if he's not at a 6-man rotation at the back end of a 6-man rotation, meaning he's pitching every 6 to 7 days, basically pitching one time a week, he is utterly fucking useless. So if
Oh.
he
Except
keeps going
that his
down
last
on
two
that-
starts were on
Think
6
about it.
days, though.
No,
His last two starts were on the 6th day. He's
Were they?
still.
so there.
He
Okay, so
sucks.
completely scratch that. Guys, done,
sucks.
get rid of him. I mean,
No, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I may be one of those fools that Anthony was talking about. When I first I was like, you know what, this guy performed well. Maybe he could be an ace. And he came back that second year and missed the whole year pretty much with injury. Made 2 starts. Second start, he fucking walks off the field because whatever, I forget what the hell it was. Then last year, starts off great. One little bad throw.
Yeah,
Whatever
sprained
the
his
hell.
vagina.
Which is so weak, by the way. We're going to
Exactly.
blame Alonzo for that bullshit throw. Like,
So-
come on,
I
you're a
agree.
fucking Major League Baseball player. Make the play.
Make
No,
the
the
fucking
dude
play.
is physically weak and mentally weak.
He's a pussy.
And I'm even weaker because, again, this offseason and this spring training, I gave him the benefit of the doubt when he fed me all the crap about how he, motivated and all of this nonsense. I thought he was going to be in a better frame of mind. No. So, you know what? I'm with you, man. Maybe that's what it needs to be. Get somebody like him out of here with, like you said, that bad juju. I don't freaking know. At this point, man, I'm down for whatever. Except for firing Stearns, because I don't think that solves 2026. After the season, you want to fire Stearns, I'm all with it. But I still want to
not a
solve this
fan-
year.
I'm not a fan of this dude, but I would bring up Christian Scott and at the very least put him in the bullpen, man, because they're gonna watch his innings anyway.
Yep.
So see what he's got in the bullpen, because I think he could help them there. I don't.
Is he on an innings limit, Ant?
will
He
be.
is. Yeah, okay. So
For
that's
me-
probably the best thing for him.
Yeah, but then that's another guy in the bullpen that we got to watch, that we're going to try to keep stretched out, that if he pitches today, he can't pitch for a week. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that.
I'm not a fan of
And
the
at
dude.
first I was like,
I'm not a fan. at all of him, but I think he's the next man up. If you're going to DFA Senga, right, you got to bring somebody up.
Who's the guy pitching the best down there right now? Because I haven't been paying attention to them.
I think Jonathan got hit up a couple of times already. I don't know.
So it's either Scott or Tong, right?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah. Peterson fucking blows too.
Oh, he sucks too.
Jonathan has been very inconsistent. I don't think they bring
He's
him
been
up.
rough. He's been rough. He gave up like 7 earned runs in his last
Yeah,
start.
he looks like he's soft too. That fucking guy.
I think I'm worried about the back end of the rotation for sure. But I think still, before anything else,
my
before
God.
all else, this offense needs to wake the F up. That's
The
it.
offense sucks.
It's so
And
bad.
I-
Bench
yo, that-
sucks. Beatty sucks. There's so many guys that blow.
It's really bad.
That's a good point, and I think that makes it kind of hard to really evaluate the team and give a final verdict, because it's not like the offense is performing and we're just losing games just because we can't put a game. Like the offense is non-existent. It's just like not. So again,
It looks like they're
I
not
said
even
it
trying,
before.
Hector. It looks like they don't care to grind at bats. They don't care to go hard. From just on a night to night basis, everyone looks very lackadaisical. They're going through a malaise. It's like, no one's really on top of their game. No one is hitting their peak at the right time. Everyone is slow. Pitching has been back end at least slightly inconsistent. Now you're starting to see some cracks in the bullpen. And what Eddie said before, I think perfectly encapsulates it. The pitching has to be damn near perfect in order for the New York Mets to win a singular baseball game, because the offense is only good right now to score 1 to 2 runs on a nightly basis. And that's a joke. When you spend $400 million, your team needs to be more well-rounded. You need to be able to score more runs in important games against good pitching. And you know what the fucking crazy part is, guys? They haven't even really been facing the elite pitching of the league. They haven't been.
No.
A lot of these teams are throwing out their
Dude,
fourth,
with
fifth best starters, and we're getting fucking dunked on by random dudes. It is embarrassing, and it's very, very discouraging. Especially
Our World Series was on opening day.
Oh God! Real
Like,
quick,
if you
guys.
really, that was like as good as it got.
that was
and
the
we
best
win.
moment of the season by far. I can't think of anything else that has topped that
That
whatsoever.
was our World Series.
We're closing in on 2 hours here. I didn't want to do this long, and I got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I got to do some homework.
So on the way out, though, I just want to play a couple of clips. We could react to them, but let's not be long-winded in our reactions. And we don't all have to react. If you don't have a comment about the clip, you don't have a comment about the clip. For that, Quays, do me a favor, take down the layout, because it cuts out Nemo on the bottom, so we could just stay right here. You know what I'm talking about, Quays?
I didn't even notice that it does block me out.
Yeah. My logo, the logo blocks out. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, we hear fans call for it sometimes. Here's Lindor talking about the possibility of the fans booing when the team gets back. So I just want to hear your guys' reaction. If you guys think that we should boo the fans, you guys, whatever. But let's listen to Lindor first.
As a leader, I mean, how do you make sure that it doesn't affect the clubhouse mentally to the point where it's making things worse?
Fight for each other, stick for each other, and what Mendy has said from day one: protect the house. It's gonna get loud. It's gonna get very loud, and ultimately, everyone here knows it, and we just gotta stick together and stay within ourselves and fight.
Well, it was portrayed as if he was talking about booing, but it was more mentally talking about the mentality. But we know when he's talking about getting loud, he probably is talking about the noise from the fans. But do you guys feel like they should get boos on Tuesday upon entering the stadium? What do you guys think?
No, let them play shitty and then boo them.
I agree.
Yeah, boo the
3
shit
innings
out
the
of them.
most.
No,
Boo
you
the
let
shit out of
you
them.
let them embarrass themselves on the field, and then you boo them. You don't just boo them for no reason. Let them give you a reason.
Boo them for losing 11 in a row. Are you kidding? Of course.
No, I mean, that's fair. Guys,
There you go.
you're gonna go to the stadium, and when the team runs onto the field, you guys are legitimately gonna boo them. What does that achieve? What does that do? It's
Yo,
does that
guys,
send a
I
message?
said-
You guys don't think they already know how fucking dog shit they've been? Of course they know. I'm sure they hear plenty about it. Do they care? That's a different, that's a different situation and a conversation completely.
I the other day, who was it? Shit. I think it was Jeff Albert, right? I saw some clips, some quotes from him. And the quotes is basically what fucking what's his face? Carlos Mendoza says every day. Where I even posted, like, yo, are these guys reading from a manual of how to handle the media and what to say to the media, right? So I'm looking through here because, like I said, I want to play videos. And look at this. Look at this. We just heard Francisco Lindor. We didn't hear Carlos Mendoza, but he says it all the time. We got to stick together. We got to stick together. David Peterson, when asked, what do you guys got to do? We got to stick together. Like, are these, like,
ready to go on Tuesday. David, how did you feel overall?
they just all say the same thing. I don't understand.
I mean, first and foremost, we got to stick together and turn this thing around.
It's like if Mendy said this in his post-game comments to them if they get together. I wonder, like, how many times they get together after the game. Do they do it every game or every night? And he says, "Hey guys, don't worry about it. We got to stick together." And then they go out there and they repeat the same thing.
Oh, Hector, I wanted to comment on the video before this one, the Lindor one.
Right.
You know what that reminded me of, and I don't want to like throw a wrench into this whole thing over here. But you guys remember when Donald Trump got shot and he was like, "Fight, fight, fight" on whatever the fuck that happened. The word "fight" for whatever reason just doesn't register with me emotionally whatsoever. I think that this is fucking baseball. What the fuck are you fighting for? What exactly you need to fight through this adversity? You guys get paid how much money? Get your head out of your asses. You shouldn't need to be motivated. You shouldn't need to fight anyone or anything or any ideologies or concerns or anything that people are saying. Block out the noise. Be a professional athlete and lock in. This goes for every single person on this roster, from the worst pitcher to the worst batter. Wake up. Wake up. Wake the F up.
My bad, Lim. My bad.
What, the comment? No, bro, I don't care.
Lisa said maybe they're in a cult. That's hilarious.
I mean, maybe they are in a cult.
It sounds like they're getting hit with a pamphlet on what to say, Hector. I'm with you on that.
It's incredible. It's incredible, man. It's incredible.
I love
Devin Williams. He's Devin Williams on Carlos Mendoza.
Blowing his fucking save today.
Yeah.
Talked about that as well, but this is on Mendoza.
Do you feel like this is on you guys? What can you say about the job?
It's absolutely on us. He doesn't swing a bat and he doesn't throw a baseball. We've been in a lot of these games. It's been close. I mean, him or somebody else is not affecting that. You know what I mean? If we're not getting the job done, somebody else isn't going to just magically flip a switch and we're going to get it done. He's putting guys in good positions. We're not performing.
So, in my opinion, that's the end of the debate in terms of, like, if they were to fire Mendoza, would something change? You're hearing it from the player right here themselves. Nothing will change. It'll be the same exact fucking thing. It's on the players. The players need to wake up.
I agree with that. I've always said that. And
I agree with everything Williams said too.
Since you guys brought it up, here he is talking about blowing the game today. Oops. Sorry.
Things are going for
and I apologize. The audio from SNY on X is just terrible.
It's low.
To not be able to nail it down there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm really disappointed.
You're
They gave me a
disappointed.
lead. It's my job to hold it, and I made a mistake. Cost us the game today.
Just give.
Yeah.
Wow. That was deep, huh? That was deep cut. Oh, he really cares. He really fucking cares.
Accountability for that.
Yeah, some accountability, huh? Ant?
Oh
my
God.
Oh my God. This team fucking sucks.
Listen, the good thing is, I guess, a day off tomorrow.
Thank God.
Knicks tomorrow.
There we go.
Knicks tomorrow. See if they could go up 2-0.
I can't believe we're celebrating that we don't have to watch this team. That is so horrible. Like
It is because I never feel like that.
I know, and we shouldn't. As fans, we should want to watch the next game. We should be excited and anticipated to watch the Mets win some fucking baseball games, especially considering the fact the owner spends how much money to put a quote-unquote good product on the field, and what we're getting is the complete opposite of that. It's a shit show. I'll never get it, man. I'll never get it.
No, terrible. I don't know, guys. I'm talked out already. I don't even know what to say. This team.
Talk of these losers.
This team, they just need to start winning, man. I say it all the time. We can talk till we're blue in the face. We can try to reason. We can give our ideas of how to fix the team. We can try how some people, I don't think us here, but we just have conversation, right? And whatever that does to the fan base, it does. Some people try to make the fan base act a certain way, feel a certain way, fan a certain way. And I'm going to say what I always say. Only those players on the field can change the narrative. And the only way they can change that narrative is by starting to win games. We've now been waiting for 11 games. Is it going to happen? I don't freaking know. But what is the saying? You're never as bad as when you play your worst. You're never as good as when you play your best.
Yep.
But we sure as hell haven't seen the best of this team.
Not
Let's hope that they can play their best for a while, enough to get them out of the hole they've dug themselves into, so that then when it balances out, it hopefully results in maybe a wild card, which is
haven't even seen the mediocre
crazy
of this team.
that on April 19th, we're already shooting for a wild card. But that's where we are.
Yep.
That's where we are.
Well, the
And,
Marlins are in second place, so.
Yeah. Well, on the I Hate That podcast, I don't know why, but they had me as their guest. And Anthony asked me for a wild prediction. I don't know if he remembers my wild prediction
The
or
bold
whatever.
prediction. The bold
Bold
prediction.
prediction
Yeah.
was that the Marlins would make the playoffs. So you can dismiss them if you want, Eddie, but they're on their way, and we're on the way out. Any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we get out of here, before Top falls asleep on us?
I'm just like looking up.
I'm messing with you, Top.
Yeah, someone go. I'll go whenever. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll go. Nah, man, listen, we all gotta, we all seeing the same thing on our fucking TV screens or whether we're there. I think Lisa put a comment and she said, nobody show up that think they'll get the message. Lisa, I better not see you there. You see the holder, so I better not see you there if that's the message you sending. But
Somebody else sitting in those nice seats.
But yeah, no, listen, I think they'll get through it. And I know Dion said we're the youngsters. I'm 25, so it's like we really, if we were crazy if anything. But I hate being that guy. I hate saying it, but if they're gonna show something, you do show us in May. Show us that turnaround in May, because if May and June it's the same product, then we already know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
They got a chance still to show a different side of them. It's just frustrating right now because it's not like them. We've never seen a Bichette struggle like that. We've never seen a Marcus Semien struggle that bad. We've never seen a Lindor struggle this bad. You know what I'm saying? If he's had early struggles, but not to this capacity, like it's a different struggle that we've seen. So they got a chance to turn it around. It's will they do it? And that's the main thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Jumping off of that, there's sorry, whoever can go. I mean, I'll go, John.
No, go.
Dude, I think everyone is very quick to blame Cohen. Everyone is very quick to blame David Stearns. At one point or another, these players need to come through. I've said it a ton of times tonight. I am always going to blame the players who are making hundreds of millions of dollars. Guys, we make a quarter of what these guys make in a year. Like, what we make in a year is a quarter of what they make in basically like a couple months.
We work our asses off. Some of us buy season tickets to go see the Mets. Some of us have season ticket packages. Your season ticket prices went up this year in anticipation of the team being a better product on the field. And what we have got thus far is the complete opposite. If you are a season ticket holder, I am so sorry for you. I feel horribly because you are being sold a bill of goods by David Stearns and the rest of this organization that thought it would be okay to put out a roster this horrible, and it's disappointing. I'm sorry. Someone just said it in the comments, $50 for parking. You couldn't be more correct. Last year it was $40. So it went up $10 and the team is $10 worse.
If they keep going the way they're going, pretty soon you're going to pay $10 for a ticket to the game, maybe even less.
The parking will be more expensive than
that. And $50 of parking. Incredible.
My God.
It is incredible. And that's all I got, guys. The players need to show up. I'm sick and tired of blaming Mendy. I'm sick and tired of blaming Stearns. These guys got to wake up. Play better. It's that simple. I'm sorry. It really is. I need the players to show up. You get paid so much. Show me you give a fuck. Show me you care. And I don't see that effort at all right now. They could say whatever they want in these post-game pressures. We got to work harder. We got to fight. We got to do X, Y, Z. What I wanted to say before, actions speak louder than words. Show me you feel this way and you want to play better on the field, and then I'll believe whatever bullshit you want to feed us in the post-game pressure, okay? So that's all I got for tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys for having me on, and I'll wait around to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, we're about to get out of here real quick. I just want to let Anthony and Eddie give some final thoughts. Real quick before we do that, Dolo, I'm not big enough. I'm not big enough for you to play commercials. I'm not big enough to play commercials. But if we get there, then we may have to play commercials. But we appreciate you. Listen, the therapy's for all of us, Ray. It's therapy for me. It's therapy for you guys. It's therapy for everybody here on the panel. Because at the end of the day, we love this team and we want to see them win. So we're frustrated. We're talking about all these solutions. We want to fire guys. We want to DFA guys, send guys to the minors, only because we're frustrated. Because at the end of the day, no matter what anybody says, and he could talk about the White's gone, that all he wants. We thought this was going to be a better product. And so far, it hasn't been. It hasn't been. And, bro, I love Brandon Nimmo. I didn't have a Brandon Nimmo tag on X. Brandon Nimmo was my guy. You guys, good to see you, Eddie. Who said that? Good to see you, Eddie. Ray said, good to see you, Eddie. Well, you guys see me and Eddie argue back and forth about Brandon Nimmo and Pete Alonso. But now he's worried about the Whites that he wanted to get rid of. You see what I'm saying?
Hector, you cracked
Got rid of the wrong White.
I love those Whites.
Got rid of the wrong Whites.
That we had to get rid of them. And I bought in. And I try to be patient. And it's pissing me off. But anyways, go ahead. Eddie, we're going to save you for last as my partner. So quiet down. Go ahead.
Well, if anybody's ever watched my podcast, the I'd Hit That podcast, you know that I really have a lot to say about the White thing. But I'm going to hold off because it ain't my place.
You have Eddie on the I'd Hit That podcast, so you can go. You guys can have fun with the Whites.
I think that eventually they'll have a nice streak and they'll lure us all back in.
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
But I think in the end it'll be the same old shit. Whether or not they fire Mendoza, it'll end up just being the same old shit. That's just my opinion. I've like I said, I'm a lot older than you guys, so I've been through a lot of shit. So to me, I'm jaded already. But doesn't mean I ain't gonna sit there and watch the games. So
my bad. Go ahead, Anthony. My bad.
No. That's it. I was just
gonna be the same old shit. Quays needs to ban this guy for that comment over there.
That's
Randy.
Shout out to my guy Randy, man. Yo, SNY, free my guy Randy, man. Free Randy.
Shout out Randy.
And on that note, Eddie.
Well,
take us home, Mike.
We're 8-15. It couldn't be any worse than this 11-game losing streak, longest since 2004, longest since Dion and Top were born, longest losing streak. And listen, it can't get much fucking worse. It can't. It really can't get much fucking worse than this. Now, maybe it will. Maybe we'll lose 20 fucking games in a row.
I was gonna say maybe it
Right?
can.
Maybe it will, but it can't get much fucking worse. I don't think this team really can be any worse. I don't. But it's a big letdown. And if they don't start getting it right, you have to make changes. You have to make changes. Again, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? You can't keep running the same lineup out here, the same pitching rotation out here, and you keep fucking losing. If you keep doing that, then you're asking for it. So adjust, change, do whatever the fuck you got to do. If you're at the game and they play like shit, boo their ass. If they keep losing like this, stop going. Stop going. Stop spending $50 for fucking parking. Don't go. Sell your tickets. Do whatever. We have to put we need leadership here. We need somebody to come in here and take this fucking thing over. I want to fucking win. I want to see a championship. I hate people that talk about 1986. I hate fucking Keith Hernandez in the booth. I'm just so sick of it. Because that's their go-to. Oh, I love it. Well, I wasn't fucking old enough to fucking appreciate 1980.
Fuck you. You get hype about 2006. What the fuck they do?
Well, it was better than this shit.
Better
than watching this.
They actually won a ring. Look.
Guys.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm
guys.
sick of it.
You get hype about 2006.
Bro, Eddie and Hector,
what the hell are you
pause.
talking about?
Me and Top weren't even thoughts in our parents' heads in 1986.
Exactly.
I don't give a flying fuck about 886.
Thank you.
Do not care, and I never
I was
will
22
care.
years old in
Sure.
1986.
That's crazy. That is really
Fuck Carlos Beltran. Fuck Carlos Delgado. Fuck Jose Reyes.
All right, fine.
These losers all the fucking time, and you want to shit on the team that actually won the World Series.
I'm just saying I'm sick of hearing about it.
I'm not shitting on them.
It's old. It's 40 years.
Too long.
And exactly.
Way too long. I understand that, but we ain't gotta disrespect it.
I'm not disrespecting it.
Celebrate these bums in 2006.
No,
They do shit.
I'm not even disrespecting it, Hector. I just straight up don't give a shit to hear about it anymore. I've seen the documentary. It's a phenomenal documentary, okay?
I don't give a damn about retired Carlos Beltran's them. He should have swung the bat.
Yeah, he went. He looked at that pitch right down the fucking middle on the first. He should have swung at the first pitch, but that's a story for another day. Listen,
come August, that's the only thing that this fan base is gonna be celebrating. Carlos
yeah,
Beltran.
wow, raising Carlos Beltran's jersey. Wow, who gives a fuck? Another waste.
It's an underwhelming one.
Listen, the bottom line is the team needs to get it together. They need to start fucking winning. Listen, maybe it'll be another Mets tease. Because if one thing we learned, we get Mets teases every fucking year. Maybe this year the tease happens in September instead of April, right? Maybe we got through the losing. We could get to 500 by July, and maybe in September we'll get a nice tease, and who fucking knows? Maybe we'll make the wild card. I don't know. But right now it looks bad. But I'd rather lose now than in September. And that's where I'll end it.
I agree with that. But come September, you're gonna be celebrating your hero Beltran. That's all you're gonna be
Fuck
doing.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, guys, man, this was great. I want to thank you guys. I don't know if I could have done 5 minutes by myself today. And if I did 5 minutes by myself today, it would have been me and the chat killing each other, probably, because they would have been driving me crazy. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully we could do this again. Listen, man, shout out to Randy. A lot of love for Randy in the chat. Randy would have been part of this round table. You guys know when we did the first one, Randy was a part of it. If you don't know, I'm not.
Randy doesn't invite whites on his program.
Shut up. I'm not going to talk about his business, but Randy's not able to do this right now, because of his job. That we'll just leave it at that. But shout out to
He's
Randy.
on parole.
He's always on the spaces on X. So if you want to hear from Randy, go to X. He's always either hosting the space in my space, in the Queen's Baseball space, but he's still giving his thoughts. He just can't do the show and stuff like that, or even come on as a guest.
Randy's the man.
Well, you know what, Randy? You should be able to be a guest, though. Find out about that. You should be able to come out here as a guest. I don't see why not. No, not even that.
They're not gonna let him because he's still talking about the topic.
Unbelievable. Anyways, Shout out to everybody in the chat again. Shout out to everybody
That's
except
very
for
whack,
JoJo.
by the way. That's
JoJo,
really whack.
Very. But
JoJo, you could kiss my ass like you could do in the spaces. So shout out to everybody, but JoJo, I don't even know what the hell you're doing here, but we appreciate you anyways. We really don't. At least I don't. But thanks for coming through anyways. You're helping the numbers.
Funny. He's funny. He does
Fucking
make me laugh.
jackass. I can't stand him. Like really. Anyways, yeah, man. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. And
Thank
I don't
God.
know. Tuesday's the beginning of the turnaround. Bye-bye.
Yep. See you. I don't know.
He's out. Oh shit.
Full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club, I'm